I earned my degree online at Arizona State University. I chose to get my degree at ASU because I knew that I'd get a quality education, they were recognized for excellence, and that I would be prepared for the workforce upon graduating. To be associated with ASU, both as a student and alum, it makes me extremely proud, and having experienced the program, I know now that I'm set up for success. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
I'm a fish boy who skates for Team X Blades with a leprechaun who plays basketball. Come to my smart house, meet my alien sister. Don't come hungry because I'll bet my mom can't cook. Hello everyone and welcome to Mom Can't Cook, a DCOM podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Andy Farrant.
And I'm the other host, Luke Westaway. And yes, hang on, let me just type in the final bits of information.
Oh, what are you doing there, Luke, on the big science computer that we have
Oh, yeah, well, you know, I booked out the big science computer, the Mom Can't Cook big science computer for the day. It's because I can't get a date.
Right, okay.
Yeah, my love life has stalled, unfortunately. But don't worry, I remembered that my dad works for a video game company.
That's right, he does. He works for
Sega.
Yeah, that's right.
Sega.
Yeah, so you get all the Sonics before everyone else, don't you?
Yeah, I do get all. It's a shame that it's Sega because I don't want the Sonics first. I don't. But never mind. But I've got access to his software database, and I'm just building the perfect boyfriend out of all of his. Bits and bytes and stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. What have you got going on there? I see you've got Donkey Kong's legs. That's interesting.
Well, Dad doesn't own Donkey Kong's legs, so I don't know what these are doing on his computer.
Well, the legs are the least identifiable part of Donkey Kong, so if you're going to use any part of him, that's the bit you get away with, I think.
Miyamoto can spot these legs from a mile away.
Miyamoto, he knows these legs back to front. And they are back to front.
Better than his own legs.
Which is another anti-copyright measure, but
for legal purposes, these are the legs of Big the cat. So yeah, the legs of Big, the sexual speed of Sonic, the charm of Charmy Bee.
Sorry, the sexual speed.
Yeah,
what you're looking for in okay.
It's my perfect boy, Andy, and that's what I require.
Require an extremely speedy lover.
Yes, so I could get back to podcasting.
Okay,
and
good.
What else? Who's the guy in that really boring game? What's that called? Shenmue. Who's the Shenmue guy?
Oh, Rio.
Rio, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we'll give him the sort of patience of Rio.
Charm and patience of Rio Hazuki.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Perfect, all right, and print. Okay, all right, my perfect lover is 3D printing now. Good.
Oh, here he is stepping out of the machine.
Oh.
Hello, I am Luke's perfect lover. I have the personality of Ryu from Shenmue. Do you want to play Lucky Hit?
No, I want to hear what it sounds like when you make love at supersonic speed.
Anyway, Luke, would you like to go and destabilize some communist governments?
Yes, please, if we could destabilize communist governments. Wait, no, hang on, what? Destabilize communist governments? I thought you were just a normal video game character.
Whoa, he burst off through the window at the speed of light off to destabilize a communist government.
Oh, man.
Are you sure your dad is a video game developer and not, say, a member of the CIA or the Department of Defense?
Well, he did talk a lot about how Knuckles the Echidna could further the US's interests at home and abroad.
You've been duped exactly like the protagonists in the DCOM that we're talking about this week. How to Build a Better Boy.
Oh, man.
You fool. Luke, I thought you'd be looking out for this scam, having watched this movie.
Yeah, having recently watched How to Build a Better Boy, which is the most recent Disney Channel original movie we've ever covered on this show. It's from 2014.
So it's interesting. Are they getting better? Are they getting more self-aware? Listener, you will find out.
It is actually an interesting question. I don't think they're any more self-aware. They're certainly not any better. But you can feel the tone of like the comedy beats changing.
Yeah.
Like when it's time for a bit of comedy, it feels more like 2014 comedy, where it's sort of people doing like wild bits of improv for a few minutes and kind of like It's like awkward. Do you remember?
Yes.
Do you remember when all of the comedy in 2014, the theme was awkward.
Awkward
So you'd be,
or lol, so random.
lol, so random. So there's lots of points in this film where characters will just be like, oh, I don't know, whatever. Do a little dance. Hey,
Or a character will just keep
keep
doing the same joke, but they'll give them like 4 different takes of it, and they'll all be in the movie.
Yeah.
We'll just leave all of those in. This is gold. All of this is gold.
Yeah, because it's awkward and it's real. It feels like the Lonely Island. It's
Yes. Oh my God, yes. It's it is interesting to see. I think decoms have sort of settled into a pattern more so than they were in like the late 90s.
Yes,
But like structurally, it's sort of this movie hits all the beats at the right time, and narratively it feels vaguely satisfying. I was to get into spoilers before we even start it. I was like, how are they going to have this girl be in a long-term relationship with a robot at the end when they fall in love for real?
Yeah,
because that's weird and bad, and I can't believe they're going to do that.
Well,
and then they didn't, and I was like, okay, all right,
okay.
I'm kind of glad that they didn't do that. That's good.
I was also surprised by the ending. And
right.
it is quite the ending.
Yes.
You are right. They are very much settled. They are getting more structured, more reliable. I would love it if the next one we didn't end at prom. I am kind of burned out
on ending at prom.
On ending at prom.
Well, it's Homecoming, Luke. It's different.
Oh, right. Is it? Wait, is it really?
Couldn't be more different, Luke. It couldn't be a more different event.
Oh, no. Is it really?
I don't know. You're asking me.
I thought prom was Homecoming and vice versa. You know what? Send us an email. momcan'tcookpod@gmail.com. Okay.
Why didn't he call it Promecoming?
Prom coming. That would be good.
No, Promecoming.
Prom. Okay, it has to be. Okay, the ohm sound is important. Got it. Okay.
It's called Promecoming.
What about home promming?
No.
You get one veto and you've used it.
I forbid it.
Okay.
Yes, so let's hear the trailer for this movie.
This Friday on Disney Channel, what if you hacked into the world's most secure computer and accidentally built an advanced robot?
Woo! Keep your cookies in a jar.
Now, he's on the loose.
The prototype is at large.
And everyone's after them.
Black Sigma is after the X-17.
What is that, a heavy metal band?
Target in sight.
Disney Channel's newest original movie.
This is the moment where you're supposed to stop before you make things worse.
They just got worse.
How to Build a Better Boy. Premieres Friday at 8 on Disney Channel.
Worth pointing out that this is a Paul Hohen joint, who is a stalwart decom director. He directed Jump In, Read and Weep, Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off, You Wish, True Confessions, Luck of the Irish.
Yeah.
So probably the most prolific decom director.
A firm hand on the tiller, you would call him. So we know we're in safe hands. We open on Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
It's nighttime. It's a very exciting in media res opening. Army vehicles squeal down the streets.
Lights explode in the air. Men in full military uniforms scale fences and rappel down buildings in their combat fatigues. A team approaches. There's a general in full regalia who gets out of a car, followed by a worried-looking man who seems like he may be the singing voice of Hercules, and is.
Is he really?
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
Oh, that's so good. We're on contain and capture protocol, the general barks. Our fugitives are on sight. This scruffy-looking man, who may or may not be the singing voice of Hercules, is told that the president wants an update and that he's in big trouble because he lost track of a $3 billion weapon.
It's wild that he's the singing voice of Hercules, because he looks a bit like a sort of younger version of the actor Richard Kind. He's a sort of like very schlubby looking dude.
Yes, he
and yet
does.
He is Huncules himself.
And yet he is going the distance.
Let me reason with them, says the doctor. I can get them to talk. The time for talking is past. The most dangerous criminals in the world are right there, says the general, pointing to some wooden pallets.
And then he shouts at them, "You've stolen property of the US government. Come out peacefully or you'll be tried for treason. And then the civilian doctor adds, and there's no way you're going to homecoming. And then, wouldn't you know it, surprisingly, 2 teens step out from behind the pallets.
2 girls emerge from behind the pallet. But Dad, says one of the girls. Not another word, says the man. Get into this bulletproof Humvee and think about what you've done. Smash! Titles!
End of opening. Good, effective opening.
Like it.
Establishes the tone, establishes the gag. Okay, so we get some more stock imagery of DC over the real opening, which ends in a photo montage of the girls we just saw. They are clearly best friends. They are Mae Hartley and Gabby Harrison.
Yeah, there's a lot of photo strips of them in photo booths together, sort of pressing their faces next to each other.
Yeah, like you do with your best friend. Like we do, Andy, don't we? We always push our faces up against each other.
Our faces right together. It's the sort of the minimum you would need to start shipping the 2 on Tumblr.
Yeah, Disney gives you just enough.
Bare minimum.
It's a little starter dough.
Just leave that to ferment in a jar. And before long, you've got a big loaf of shipping. We get text on the screen in the Matrix font that says 2 days earlier. And we see a fancy high school. These 2 girls, Mae and Gabby, they finished their schoolwork before everyone else, so brain boxy are they?
Yeah, they hand in their tests. The teacher is dumbfounded. You're only sophomores, and this is senior calculus. Check your work. They both pause for a moment, their eyes roll back in their heads, and they go to their mind palaces, and then they return to the world of the living and go, we're done, having checked their working in their heads.
Like, all the other students hate them. One guy just goes, dorks, sort of poisonously in their direction. The girls ask for hall passes. Mae's tutoring, and Gabby is heading up a meeting about healthier choices on the cafeteria menu. There's no time to waste when there's so much to improve around here, she says, likeably.
These 2 are very, very busy nerds, and they don't care how loudly they talk about how they're taking away all the tasty food in the cafeteria.
Yeah. So they sort of leave. It seems as if Mae is more bothered by their lack of popularity than Gabby is, because she's like, they called us dorks.
Yeah.
But Gabby is like, no, they called us sporks, the world's most versatile utensil. And Mae's like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, that is a brilliant crystalline example of the 2014 lol so random comedy that we're working with here.
Talking about. There's going to be plenty more of that to come. Yeah. In the library, Mae is supposed to be tutoring, but she sat 1 foot away from a boy named Jaden, finishing an exquisite charcoal rendering of his likeness.
Yeah, it's like a banknote portrait.
Like sort of cross-hatching and stuff.
Yeah. And it's all covered in hearts.
There's no way he can't see what she's working on. It's like, it must have taken her weeks. Next to that is a drawing of her where she's half the height of the Eiffel Tower, and the caption is, Paris.
Yeah, she's really into Paris, which is going to be is going to bubble along her love of Paris through this film, but never really become a thing. So it's fine.
Yeah. This Jaden is trying to be tutored by her, but she's simply too in love with him.
Yeah. He can't do his equations because he's just a big meat-headed jock. But she asks Jaden to trust her and close his eyes, and he does so, and she leads him on an imagination journey. Strong safety is at pi/4 on a circular football field, with x being negative, and he thinks for a moment, of course, the answer is -1. Wow, that's so cool, he says. I didn't know you liked football. And Mae says, I don't, but you do.
Yeah.
Which sort of tells us that she's completely in the thrall of this meathead.
It's worth pointing out that her outfit is insane. I've written a few things here. I've written she looks like a whimsical chocolatier. She looks like her name should be Jeronica's Jingle Jammer, and she works in a steampunk clock factory. And I've written that she's dressed like the Hogwarts professor of East London craft fair studies.
Oh my God.
It's a lot of polka dots and collars and like scalloped edges and
like her contrabulous flabtraptions.
Yeah.
Hop in my hot air balloon.
It's like if lol so random was a kind of clothing style. This is how she's dressed.
I think it's sort of cinematic shorthand for she's a dork who doesn't know how to wear cool clothes.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you've seen any dorks recently, but they just sort of wear, I don't know, just whatever's around, normal clothes, maybe not high fashion, but just sort of normal clothes. She's the most dressed student.
Yeah.
She must have thought more than anyone else.
She's wearing the most clothes.
Yeah, she's taking like hair curlers to half of her sleeves and stuff.
Yeah. She looks like exactly the sort of person you'd see at a vintage tea dance and record fair.
Yeah, for sure. Or like they can't legally call it Mad Hatter's Tea Party. Oh, I guess they can. It must be out of copyright. Yeah. Yeah, a sort of East London immersive Mad Hatter's Tea Party. Yeah.
An immersive East London Mad Hatter's Tea Party burlesque.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
God.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, so he asks if she's going to go to homecoming, and she becomes extremely flustered. You'll be there, right? He presses, and we kind of get the impression that he's sort of into her as well. But she flakes out. She's overwhelmed. Gabby and I like to play it by ear, Mae says.
Us and all of our crew are posse.
She says
attempting.
She says posse. Cool. So weird.
Posse.
What was that?
Maybe she's referring to La Roche-Posay, the skincare product.
Yes,
yeah.
I mean we have to assume it's another good example of this. Just sort of like improvise it. Do kind of our crew are go
so random, so awkward.
Oh my god.
So Jaden is like, oh, you should go to homecoming. You never know what you'll miss. And they both look awkward, like they sort of like each other, but can't say. So we cut to the girls sat in the outdoor seating area, soldering a motherboard, like teens would.
Like nerds. Mae tells Gabby that she suspects that Jaden likes her. She removes her glasses at him, and he sort of looks at her wistfully. This removing glasses thing is obviously like she's all that cinematic shorthand for like a nerd aspiring to cheerleader status.
Yeah,
but it doesn't.
Luke, you're wearing glasses currently.
Yes,
and like you look like just nothing to me. Just take them off, and I'll just show that this doesn't work. Jesus Christ! Oh my God! I never noticed how blue your eyes are.
Yeah, that's right. But of course, were I to be looking at you, like across the schoolyard, taking my glasses off, you wouldn't then be able to see you. So
wouldn't be able to gauge his reaction.
Yeah, exactly.
It's quite a subtle facial expression that he does.
Yeah. But anyway, so she's clearly in love, but Gabby is not impressed by Mae's infatuation. She warns her, "Did you ever hear the story of a girl who met a boy and changed the world? No, because there isn't one. In other words, focus on your studies. We don't need our social lives. School is for, grades and academic achievement. Boys are a distraction," she says.
The only women who've ever achieved anything are sort of alone.
Yeah, lonely.
They're not partnered. Not necessarily lonely,
Yeah.
but none of them have ever married or had a boyfriend.
No. Or even had a romantic thought.
Yeah. A single romantic thought will derail any woman's achievements instantly.
Yeah, immediately.
Like a penny on a train track.
Yeah. It's weird that it doesn't do that for men, isn't it?
It is weird, but I think it's probably tied...
Men seem able to sort of achieve things and also feel things.
It's probably tied to the chromosome.
Yes.
I would imagine.
One has to assume. Please don't take this out of context, listeners.
This is
post
like a
it
Joe
somewhere.
Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, this was irony.
So
yes, Mia and Jaden are impossible right now, says Mae. But we had a moment today, like he was going to ask me to homecoming. But Gabby pours cold water on the idea. We have brains, we're an amazing team, and someday we'll blow them all away, she says. But boys are a distraction. Mae agrees.
She agrees. Later in the hall, Gabby hands back Principal Fragner's laptop. All fixed, she says. Now it won't crash when you load videos, and it should run 10 times faster now.
Yep.
The principal is delighted. Now I can catch up on my online tango lessons, he says.
Yeah, I imagine there are heavy inverted commas around the word online tango lessons.
For sure. I mean, he does a move that suggests that he's never seen an online tango lesson and had to think of a lie very quickly.
Okay, well, something has happened to his laptop that means that it freezes when he loads video.
I mean, he may have picked up some malware while browsing certain parts of the internet.
Whatever happened, it required extensive soldering of his motherboard.
Yes.
So I think it was pretty severe.
Yeah.
Also, at this point, we see a popular girl called Nevaeh handing out flyers for Homecoming Queen. We get the sense that she will become an evil antagonist because she wants to be Homecoming Queen.
Yeah.
And that is a hateful thing to want.
The most evil thing you could want.
Yeah.
So suddenly, Jaden has texted. This is exciting. He has texted Mae. He's asked to meet after practice in a series of barely legible messages. Have to ask you an important question, he asks. Mae replies, see you there, and spells there wrong on purpose to sort of...
To snare this meat-headed jock.
Yeah, exactly.
It's worth pointing out the way Gabby is dressed. She's like if... you ever seen those Snapchat filters where it'll sort of... it'll be like you in the 90s and it'll scan you.
Yeah.
And then it'll show you a picture of you wearing like a denim jacket and a neon pink skirt and a sort of side pony.
Sure. Yeah.
So she's dressed like a sort of 90s AI filter.
Yes.
That's sort of gone a bit wrong and just put all the effects on at once.
Yeah, she's dressed good.
Yeah.
So it's time for this text-organised meetup. Both Gabby and Mae are there, hoping to meet Jaden. It appears to be sort of after football practice. Act normal, don't say anything smart, Mae begs Gabby. But suddenly Nevaeh advances with a huge mob of populars.
Evil populars, yeah. She explains that Mae and Jaden aren't on the same social radar and mocks her in front of everyone.
Then when Jaden jogs over, Nevaeh sort of stands in front of Jaden and says, hey, you're going to ask me to homecoming, aren't you? Jaden reveals himself to be a craven coward.
Yeah, he looks around torn and helpless. He stammers.
And then he does indeed ask Nevaeh out. And he makes up a maths reason why he asked to meet Mae. He's like, oh, I just wanted to ask you a maths question. So Mae is humiliated in front of this huge crowd. But as Nevaeh walks away triumphantly, Mae does something insane.
Hey, Nevaeh! My bubble is totally unburst because I already have a boyfriend.
Mae, what are you doing?
See, my boyfriend, so cute, total hot burger, and his name is
Albert.
Albert. Yeah, that's right. He's varsity in 5 sports, genius IQ, and he volunteers with endangered animals.
Orphan endangered animals. So, when can we meet this Albert?
Oh, well, see, the thing is, he lives in Alaska.
Right around the corner in Alaska. Oh, for a second there, I thought you were gonna pick some super remote place to cover up the fact that he doesn't exist.
Come on, ladies.
What did you just get us into?
So, Mae has thrown down the gauntlet to herself.
Yeah. I mean, who among us hasn't done this? Feeling the hot flush of embarrassment.
Yeah.
We haven't invented a total hot burger of a boyfriend whose name improbably is Albert.
Why did she have to name him? This would be such an easier thing to sort out if she hadn't called him Albert.
Albert. Varsity in 5 sports, genius IQ, and volunteers with orphaned endangered animals. That's pretty great.
So Mae's options now are social humiliation or build a sentient robot super sex puppet in the next few days.
Both as easy as each other. So nothing to pick between them there.
Yeah.
At the end of school, everybody is mocking Mae. So they're like, oh, we can't wait to meet your boyfriend, Mae. And then a new character arrives. Ahoy, ladies, he says.
Oh, boy.
He's wearing a sort of flame shirt and a straw trilby, and he's standing next to a 1978 Checker Marathon taxi cab. That's right, I can look up cars.
Yeah, he's leaning on a classic yellow cab. This is Bart, Mae's brother.
He looks distractingly like a young Tim Heidecker.
Yep, I see it.
It bothered me quite a lot.
100%. So Bart insists that this car he's leaned on, it's a new car he's acquired. He says it's a classic car. They're like, no, it's a taxi cab. It looks like you're driving a taxi. But he's like, no, it's a classic car.
It's a classic like character development technique that you can use if you're a screenwriter. If you've written a character that's supposed to be like fun and wacky, instead of making them fun and wacky, you can just sort of stack fun and wacky accessories on them until they become fun and wacky. Like, for example, straw trilby. Like, for example, flaming shirt. Like, for example, weird car.
Yeah,
there we go.
If there was no budget for a weird car, perhaps he could be holding an inflatable pink flamingo or something.
Something like that. And just be like, lol, so random.
Yeah.
See, this in 2014 humor's easy.
It's so easy. Yeah, almost lazy how easy it is, isn't it? Yeah, so all of a sudden, Bart's phone bleeps, and this was a bit of whiplash for me, watching a decom and someone pulls out a bona fide smartphone. He's received the gossip. Oh, says Bart, congrats on getting owned by Nevaeh.
He says it's all over the school's website.
Okay. Yeah.
School news update.
Well,
Mae was owned by Nevaeh Barnes.
now that Principal Fraggle or whatever has got his laptop back, he can start updating the school website with the hot news. Girl owned.
Girl owned by other girl. There's been a severe owning in the halls today.
So Bart boasts that he's never done anything so embarrassing in his life, but it's pointed out by the girls that he cried when his Wizardcraft avatar died. And then Bart, unfortunately, is forced to indulge in some 2014 also random forced improv humour, where he talks about how Kravtar saved thousands with his magic through a mask of tears.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty
There's a lot of
random.
shouting as well. A lot of shouting. It's like, say something weird, but like, shout it.
Shout, yeah. If you shout it, it's fun. It's directly proportional to the volume.
Yeah,
is the humour. So the louder, the funnier.
A fallen hero. Kravtar saved thousands with his magic. My note is, how did his World of Warcraft character die? Your World of Warcraft character doesn't die. Like how?
Well, that's where you've gone wrong, Luke. Because it was a Wizardcraft avatar. It's different.
Oh right. Well, I mean, how shit is this game that your character can die and then you can't play anymore?
Yeah.
Fine.
Anyway, it is pretty random though.
I tell you what, it would have done me a massive favour if my World of Warcraft character had simply died.
Simply died, and then he couldn't play it anymore.
If I went to log it on one day and it was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, your Tauren druid had heart failure and sort of collapsed."
He died peacefully in his sleep, surrounded by his family.
Yeah, he had the rest status. A lovely blue XP bar, and he passed away surrounded by his guildmates.
Oh my god!
But yeah,
that would have been useful for you. Like it would be useful to a heroin addict if all heroin suddenly vanished.
Yeah, if heroin could die between logons,
surrounded by its family.
So anyway, the point is that Mae has an extremely annoying, terrible brother
called Bart.
We cut to Mae's room. They're brainstorming their options. They could make a fake online profile for a fake boy. No, they conclude that's creepy and weird. They could come clean. No, they can't do that. It would be social death.
Yeah. Gabby says that high school boys are like cell phones. They're buggy, they think too slowly, and then Mae chimes in, and they crash when you need them the most. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Crash when you need them
Why
most.
don't we invent a better one, says Gabby, insanely. What if we make you an interactive virtual boy?
The best one ever. So Mae looks a little skeptical at this, but Gabby makes it clear that this is entirely possible because she spent the summer at Coder Camp and your dad designs the coolest video game characters in the world.
His software must be off the chain.
What?
She says. Yeah, and off limits, says Mae. His office is locked up like a bank vault. We don't need to get inside, says Gabby. We can just surf in on bits of data.
Yeah, on bits of data. This is, at this point, I kind of automatically gave all this nonsense a pass because it's a decom. And then I remembered that, no, it's 2014. 2014. This is like
it's not 1999 anymore. You can't say we've got your IP address. We know everything about you.
You can't hack your hard drive via the email or whatever.
Did you forget we have your email address?
Exactly. You can't do this bits of data thing. Children are too literate for this. I'm sorry, but
too tech savvy.
Yeah, it has to be better. You're allowed to have comedy that's just a sort of hat and shouting, but the flip side of that is...
I mean, I think you shouldn't be allowed to have that, but fine.
No, but this is the devil's bargain. You can have that, but you have to do a sort of cursory amount of research into how computers work.
You have to have rigorously accurate hacking.
So it's a little confusing to me what the girls are aspiring to do here, because of course you'll know from the premise of the movie and the trailer and having seen the intro and whatever that a real boy is going to be a proposition in this film quite soon.
Yeah.
But for now, what they're planning on doing is creating an interactive virtual boy. Now, the reason that this, I think, is confusing is because it doesn't solve their problem, which is that Mae needs a date for homecoming or she will face social death.
I think if you're being generous, the idea is they're going to build a sort of AI chatbot using Dad's character creator tools. And that AI chatbot will be able to like call her and text her and stuff to give the impression that she has a long distance boyfriend.
Yeah, or maybe she could even like put Nevaeh on the phone with a hunky boy Yeah.
With Hunkules.
You could do a video call. Don't can't say Hunkules because that's her dad.
Yeah, it's one of the voice banks. He probably put it in.
Yeah,
the singing
probably.
voice, but he can only sing. Any dialogue is Tate Donovan.
I really like the note in this about how your dad designs the coolest video game characters. His software must be off the chain, as if designing cool video game characters like Sonic the Hedgehog requires like particularly advanced software.
Or it's just one job. Yeah, we've just got the one guy. He designs all our Sonics.
And like characters get cooler and cooler, like with Moore's law as computer speed advances.
Yeah, Luke. So let's look at the timeline. Okay. Sonic the Hedgehog, pretty cool. Knuckles the Echidna, cooler. Shoot. Shadow the Hedgehog, goddamn, the coolest one yet.
Okay, you're right. It's an exponential coolness increase.
Coolness increase. Well, he has a motorbike and a gun, Luke.
What's the most recent new intellectual property in games? Probably that Fall Guys jelly. Oh, the Among Us.
Yeah,
and Among Us. They're
Among Us is much cooler than Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah, and a lot cooler than a Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Even though. Yeah, no, this totally holds together. It works. It works.
Holds together. So, I think their idea is to just, create a sort of AI boyfriend.
Yeah.
But you're right, it doesn't solve the problem of homecoming.
So Mae points out that this is a wild idea, but they agree. But we can't get caught, Mae says. Gabby says she doesn't know what the big deal is. It's a video game company, not the Department of Defense. And we cut to the Department of Defense secret laboratory.
It's also worth pointing out that Gabby stays over to do this sort of hackathon. She texts her mother to ask if she can, and her mother texts back in half a second saying, "Yes, please, don't come home."
So mother's waiting
again, one of these
sort
of
text.
One of these hints at like a dark home life that you get occasionally in these movies.
Yeah, definitely. She's got set up an auto reply.
Yeah.
So
stay out as long as you want, honey.
Yeah, that's the reply that comes back to any message.
Yeah. Mum, I'm feeling really down and I just need to talk to you. Stay out as long as you want, honey.
Mum, can you come and pick me up? My friends left me at the cinema. Stay out as long as you want, honey. Oh boy. Okay, so we cut to the Department of Defense secret laboratory at night. Are they in fact cooking up some of 2014's hottest video games?
Well, there's a sign that says Superior Gaming, but it's a lying sign.
It is inside
military men march.
They're not making Lego the Hobbit or Yoshi's New Island.
Or regular the Hobbit.
They're not making Drive Club. Far from it. They're making better boys. So we see the general from before and some of his high-ranking associates march in. They are met by Dad. This lab, needless to say, is sort of full of smoke and lights and colours. Yeah,
very Jet Jackson coded. Welcome to my lab, General. Says Dad. All right, Doctor, time to see what Uncle Sam's been paying you for. And a bunch of generals storm past the flustered Dad. In the lab, a sort of robot lies on a slab being cooled by gases.
That's exactly what I have. Uncle Sam has been paying him to make a real one of the robots from iRobot starring Will Smith. Which was from 2004. So already a pretty dated robot design.
10 years out of date.
I hate this aesthetic, this look for robots. The 2004 iRobot
crash test dummy.
Yeah, I hate it. Like the sort of like Apple iPod kind of white, shiny, reflective, all sort of like curves and white plastic.
Smooth lines and
it's just it looked naff in iRobot starring Will Smith in 2004, and it looks naff in 2014, and it looks naff now. So it's lying on a desk in the middle of the room, kind of, like a sort of operating table.
Yeah, Frankenstein-like.
I give you the future birthplace of the X-17, says Mae's dad. The world's first covert robotic operative. Impressive in theory, the Colonel barks. Are you prepared to move to the fabrication stage?
Get the go-ahead from the president and I'll make history, says Dad. Consider it done, says the general. And Dad smiles in a sort of pleased way.
Yeah.
But back at home, the girls are hacking into his network. It has 20 layers of encryptions.
What?
At the lab, Dad leaves. Dad leaves to go home. Back in the girls' bedroom, Gabby is excited for this virtual Albert. He can call, text, and video chat all autonomously.
Yeah.
He'll be better than 3D, she says. He'll be 3D-licious.
Oh, my God, that's so good. And then, beep, we're in.
We're in.
Easily sliced through the 20 layers of encryption.
Yeah, well, she went to coding camp, didn't she? So.
Yeah, she did. So, as they hack upstairs in Mae's bedroom, we see downstairs in their house, automatically in Dad's study, walls slide away, revealing hidden compartments
like
full
in Smart
of
House.
like full of servers and stuff. Out of Dad's desk, secret compartments rise up. They've obviously accidentally activated Dad's secret tech. They go through the software on their laptop, and we get shots of the robot activating in the lab correspondingly. The next 10 minutes are so choice. I would love, honestly, like, okay, making my notes, I was like, okay, well, this bit will be the audio clip. And then I would watch another minute and be like, okay, go back, delete that. This minute will be the audio clip. No, go back, delete that.
No,
this minute will be
an even choicer bit has come along.
Yeah, all of this is so choice. It was very, very, very tough. So they're programming in the first question in the questionnaire when you boot up the X-17 is allegiance.
Enter geopolitical allegiance.
Yeah. So they type in America.
Well, initially they're going to put Gryffindor.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But then they changed their mind and put America.
This film would have been very different if this robot had been using its super strength to further the interests of Gryffindor at home and abroad.
Tom Felton, here's a window downstairs. What's that noise? His wife says. Don't worry, I'll go and investigate. Choking noises come from the stairs. 10 points to Gryffindor, says a robotic voice.
Oh my God. Okay, base of operations is the next question. They type in high school.
Not a specific high school,
just
a high school generally.
Now there are character capability sliders. For some reason, this super robot has the option to put all the sliders to 0. But that's not the most troubling part of these sliders.
There are only 3 of them.
Yeah, there are 3 of them. Mind, body, and soul. They decide to set all 3 to the maximum. Soul?
So he's got the maximum amount of soul. Maybe it's the maximum amount of soul a robot can have?
Maybe. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. This sort of actually makes sense because I guess you could want to make a killer spy robot with
no soul.
With no soul. Maximum mind, maximum body, but no soul. You know, that essence, that spark that gives it the ability to do, for example, mercy. You might want a robot that can't do mercy.
What if you set it to maximum soul, minimum body, minimum mind? You just have a sort of ghost robot?
Well, I guess it will just sort of cry stupidly. It will just sort of weep and be like, why am I made like this? Sort of flopping around with jelly limbs on the floor.
I don't know if you've ever used a video game character creator, Luke, but usually when you set the body slider to maximum, you get a sort of Onion Knight type physique, a sort of just perfectly spherical. We've got a perfectly spherical boy.
Oh, that would be so good. Yeah, it would be Big the Cat.
This is my boyfriend, Big the Cat.
Maximum mind, maximum body, maximum soul.
Robot OP, I think. Please nerf.
Yeah, please nerf robot.
Maximum slide. He should have to assign points.
Yes,
into different skill trees.
Or else why you just... I mean, maybe there's a bit that they cut where you sort of set mind, body, and soul, and those are purely cosmetic. And then it's like, now put points in.
Now assign your points.
Charisma, dexterity, etc.
We also find out at this point that this robot's mission commander is Mae. It's set as Mae, so she's his mission commander.
Oh, yes. Now it's time to list the characteristics of this robot. Andy,
well, the computer goes exceeding maximum capability levels in sort of like...
Oh, yeah. Okay, I forgot that because it seems like it's going to be a plot point. Like they've overclocked this hunky man robot. But it isn't. It never turns out to be a thing or a problem that they've programmed it with like so much mind, body, and soul and tons of characteristics. But yeah, the computer starts going like fatal flaw,
error, too hunky, too sexual robot.
Yeah, it was never programmed to be this sexual. It should have been. He's an international operative, right? You want it to have the ability to seduce, like foreign
High-ranking government
diplomats.
officials, yeah.
Yeah. Probably, if we're being real, that's all this robot would do. It wouldn't do any cool, like, super jumps or super speed. It would just be like a robot programmed to go in and seduce an ambassador.
And then strangle him.
Yeah. And then activate a microphone in its forehead for post-coital discussions of national security.
Just put all of your points into seduction and strangling. I've really specced into strangling. Robot's got giant metal hands.
That's part of the seduction. You're like, oh.
You know what they say about men with big metal hands?
They'll strangle you post-coitally. Having recorded your national security secrets.
Yeah.
Okay. So, now they load in the characteristics. Andy, do you have the characteristics there?
Yes. He'd be tall, with brown hair. No, blonde, blue eyes. And even though he's cute, he doesn't know it, which makes him even cuter.
And they list loads more sort of hunky characteristics. But
dreamboat characteristics.
The computer can't handle these many characteristics. Eventually, Mae gets to listing how her dream boy will behave at homecoming.
Going to homecoming with him wouldn't be awkward or scary like it would be with other boys. And when he walks into the dance holding my hand, it's just perfect. Like strolling down a rose-petaled path in the sparkling moonlight in Paris.
Wow, you've really thought about this.
And everyone will be watching. But it'll feel like we're the only two people on Earth. And when we kiss, it'll be the perfect kiss. And the moment will burn in my memory forever, like a magical brain tattoo.
Wow. Am I good or what?
Hello, Mae.
Begin fabrication sequence.
So just there, with that bleepy bleepy sound, you heard a digitized preview of the boy appear on screen. And Mae reached out to touch the screen, and somehow a spark electrocuted her and fired her back across the room.
Throughout all of this as well, we get shots of the robot sort of thrashing in agony at all this input. It tries to spin its head around 360 to kill itself, but it can't.
Its body has been made too strong, so it can't snap its own neck. Yeah,
as the input of being wise beyond its years and noticing the little things enters its brain matrix, it sort of bucks and shudders in agony.
So it's dipped into some kind of 3D printing fluid where I guess muscles and blood over an iron frame.
Like the T-800 from Terminator.
Yeah.
It's a cyborg. It's organic material over a robot endoskeleton.
Yes, that's it, yeah. So Mae has recovered from being fatally electrocuted somehow by a normal laptop in her bedroom.
Yeah, man, I've just got really sad that we don't ever see battle damage Albert with sort of half his face blown away and sort of robot underneath.
Okay, I mean, we can talk about this later, but I think generally there are a lot of missed opportunities and unexplored narrative avenues.
Oh, for sure.
With Albert, with this story generally, we never get it. We never get the amount of Albert lore that you want.
You haven't seen Megan 2?
No.
Okay, because they use the sort of Megan blueprint to create a super soldier in Megan 2, and it reminded me a lot of parts of this movie.
Brilliant. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so Mae is recovered, and the two girls hurry downstairs, and they see that the house is full of smoke. All of Dad's secret servers have fried themselves. The whole building is a sort of smoking wreck. Busted, says Brother Bart, emerging from a side hatch.
Yeah, and then he does about 5 minutes of lol so random improv that I didn't feel the need to note down.
Yeah, me either. So he knows that she's been in Dad's office. So then Bart likably tries to extort a homecoming date out of Gabby. Because it's like, you'll be in big trouble if my dad finds out that you destroyed his study. Of course, I could not tell him if you go to homecoming with me. And Gabby doesn't want to because Bart is unlikable.
Yeah, and she's presented as aromantic sort of throughout this this entire movie.
Exactly. Oh, well, that's unfortunate, says Bart, because that's my dad's car pulling in. So with nowhere to turn, Gabby relents and agrees to go to homecoming with Bart.
And he's like, yes, nice.
Yeah.
In the lab, we see every single thing detonate. Fabrication sequence complete, says the computer. And then in the tank, something stirs. A finger breaks the surface and then a face. And suddenly a fast nude boy flees the lab.
Yeah, Albert the Superboy.
Like the Flash.
Yes, it is like this.
Sort of like zips out of the lab.
Flash is appropriate because he is completely nude.
He is fully nude, yeah.
Luckily, he's a blur. He's moving so fast that his genitals can't be perceived.
You can't see his penis and testicles.
Yeah, there is his robotic penis and testicles. So
it's an interesting question. Did they add them?
They didn't mention it specifically, but
No, the girls didn't mention her penis and testicles.
I think if
probably need it to seduce the foreign national.
Yeah, if the algorithm is that's probably where the microphone is in. If the
simply just talking to this.
You have to take a phone call with the Kremlin.
Got any big plans at the Kremlin later today? Just talking to this. It's the left one is volume up, the right one is volume down.
So, he's a naked blur. He's off to defend America's interests at home and abroad. He's got to have genitals because listening to the list of characteristics, I think the computer algorithm would probably infer that any robot that possessed all of those characteristics, it would probably be useful for that robot to have genitals. I mean, it's maximum body, so
that's true. He's got two.
Yeah, he's got two. Yeah, he's overclocked genitals.
They've overclocked his system. Oh man.
So
I mean, it is how to build a better boy.
Yeah.
I mean, my first answer: give him two.
Give him two.
Give him two of them.
What's the one thing I would change about men? Give him two.
Give him two. That's what I say.
So Dad comes home. Bart distracts Dad from going into his office with a cup of relaxing chamomile tea.
Yeah.
Dad is like, oh boy, tea, how can I resist? And so he doesn't go into his office, which is, of course, a smoking wreck that would reveal that some sort of hacking has taken place.
Bart puts him into an easy chair, turns on some smooth jazz, and then Dad falls into a deep and immediate sleep.
This scene looks like Bart is trying to seduce his dad.
He kind of does, yeah. He's like, hey, just lie back, let all your cares melt away.
He does a clapper. And a water feature starts sort of bubbling and Barry White starts playing.
Yeah, and Dad's like, ooh, looks like I built a better boy. So Bart goes to the office to check on what's going on, and he sees the brutal extent of the explosions that have occurred in there.
Yeah.
Gabby explains what happened. I designed Mae a boy, she says, the best boy ever. Bart agrees to handle this in exchange for the date. You're not the only one who knows her way around a motherboard, he tells Gabby.
So we cut to school. In the morning, Dad wakes in his chair and stumbles to his feet. He goes into his office where Bart is there. He hasn't quite finished the repairs yet, so there's some improvised stealth comedy where Bart is sort of almost seen by Dad. But suddenly, a phone call from the General. Get down to the lab, the General roars over the phone to Dad. There's been an incident.
Yeah, so Bart is safe.
Yeah.
At school, Nevaeh is there being evil. Oh, Mae, she says, your new boyfriend just added me. Talk about gorgeous. Who created this page, says Mae. She doesn't understand. I didn't, says Gabby. He's already connected to half the school.
Yeah, he's got a sort of Facebook-esque profile that we can see on Nevaeh's phone.
Yeah.
Albert Banks from Alaska, 1,229 new friends. None of the attributes that they programmed him with taught him to be wearing a shirt in his Facebook profile picture.
Because he's, nude.
Yeah. He's already connected to half the school. Admit it, says Nevaeh.
Yeah, he's gone viral.
He's gone viral major. You created a fake boyfriend profile, a phobo file, if you will. And Nevaeh laughs uproariously, confident that there's no way a sexual Superboy robot Albert is seconds away from pulling up in an orange Lamborghini, embarrassing her.
Yeah, prove me wrong, says Nevaeh. But suddenly, amazingly, Albert pulls up in a Lamborghini Gallardo, which is is, I can look up cars, which is about $100,000 for that car, I would say.
Well, I mean, okay, there's so many ways that Albert could get his hands on cash. He could simply mug a lot of people in rapid succession. He could probably mug like 60 people in
it's
in
very
an hour.
clear to me how this has happened.
Or he could get a diplomat, or he could hack an ATM. How do you think it's happened?
You know the scene from Terminator 2 where he goes into the biker bar?
Oh, yes.
Albert did that, but at a country club.
Yes.
So who walked in, he was like, I need your members-only jacket and your polo shirt and your chinos and your Sperry boat shoes and the keys to your Lamborghini Gallardo. And then he killed them all with his robot strength.
I didn't know what it would sound like when Arnold Schwarzenegger said that
Well,
car.
it would sound
but that is
like
exactly it. Yeah, you nailed it.
Gallardo.
Yeah. So in slow-mo, Albert emerges. He's got like tactical pants, a white leather belt, a blue bomber jacket over a plain white tee. He removes his shades in slow motion. He tosses the Lamborghini keys to Jaden, who is sort of there, and strides towards Gabby and Mae like a sexy Terminator.
Yeah. Does he think Jaden's a valet?
I don't know. I think
school?
his super programming would have quickly scanned the crowd and identified Jaden as a handsome boy and therefore a potential love rival, so it's best to humiliate him by treating him like a valet, by throwing the keys to him dismissively.
Very good.
That's what I think has happened. Unfortunately, it then turns out that Albert has, you guessed it, the mind of a child.
I can't believe it.
Albert, I'm sorry, I don't mean to intrude, but what are you doing here?
My dad got transferred from D.C. That isn't friend number 82, Nevaeh. That's heaven spelled backwards.
Yes. Hi. So, let me just get this straight. You and Mae are dating?
No. It's more than dating. You guys know how it is. When you meet the one, that one person you were really meant for. It's like being alive for the first time. That's how Mae makes me feel.
Well, welcome to McMaster High. Make sure you don't fall in with the wrong crowd. Let's go, ladies. Wow.
All right. Now, who would like to show me to the registrar's office?
I audibly went, thank you, when he explained Nevaeh's name, because I was like, the hell is that? How is that spelled?
Heaven backwards.
It's heaven backwards.
So at the end there, you heard Albert being swept away to the registrar's office by a gaggle of enraptured teens. So if you listen to this podcast a lot, you'll know that for some reason, manufactured super hunks, whether they be snowmen or robots, or like dolls coming to life, always seem to have the mind of an infant. And it makes all of the romance really distressing and weird.
Yeah,
but I'm willing to give it a pass in this instance because I have to assume that Albert doesn't really have the mind of a child. He just knows that talking in a slightly kind of naive, innocent, goo-goo baby way is kind of it's kind of disarming.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's like running subroutines in his brain that's like humiliate Jaden, assassinate enemies. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been programmed to with all of human psychology, so he knows how people will react to this.
Yes.
So we cut to Superior Gaming, aka the Department of Defense. Dad and General are assessing the damage. The locks were busted from the inside, says the General. This wasn't a break-in, it was an escape.
Someone broke into the servers and assembled the first X-17. So Dad is just really happy that it worked, and he starts rapping in a Scooby-Doo voice. And there's no other way to say it.
Yep. I mean, that's the beautiful singing voice of Hercules right there.
Oh, yeah. So the General calmly executes him.
He calmly draws a desert eagle from his belt and shoots Dad in the head.
No, that doesn't happen. It's just a bit of...
Yeah, he's like, this is a national security emergency, take it seriously, and Dad is cowed. Back at the high school, Albert is wittering on about how snowboarding is forging a mystical connection to the mountain and entering the place where your soul flies, the sensation the Inuit people call Kveasung Nuk.
Yeah. He removes his jacket, giving everyone an eyeful of his arms and chest. And everyone is like, ooh. The girl who was being mean in class before, whose name is Marnie, runs over to...
I've written some other girls run up to gush about Albert, but unfortunately one of them is called Marnie.
Yeah. They run over to Mae and Gabby. They can't believe. He's so evolved, says Marnie. He's sweet, but he's a boy too. He's emotionally ambidextrous. And then they make shuddering sounds to indicate the depth of their love for Albert. Gabby is a little concerned at this sort of super hunk arriving on the scene with no warning or explanation. But Mae is just loving it as Albert sweeps her off to class.
Yeah.
So to be clear, at this point, what the girls think they did was make a sort of chatbot.
Yeah.
So they don't think that Albert is anything to do with what they did the night prior.
Yeah. But how? Because he's called Albert and he looks like the picture of the chatbot.
Yeah, and they did see that. But the next sort of half an hour of the film is going to be Gabby slowly piecing together that this boy is a robot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, how do we square that circle?
It's, yeah, I mean, if you were to make a fake girlfriend Facebook profile and then she sort of turned up at school the next day.
Yeah, I would assume that it was in some way connected.
As a coincidence.
Yeah. Also, I wouldn't be as relaxed as Mae is. If I didn't think, if just like a random new person pulled up in a Lamborghini and was like, hey, Luke, I'm your girlfriend.
Time to sweep you off your feet.
You are? Okay. But then I suppose...
use my pitiless robot strength to sweep you off your feet.
To dip you romantically. And then my foot pops. But I think one has to imagine that were I surrounded by my peers who were all extremely impressed by my girlfriend and therefore by me, maybe I'd go along with it. So I'd be like, wow, sure is good to be popular.
Just assume that the universe was just sort of working itself out.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I don't know. Mae is happy to sort of live in kind of willing disbelief, I guess. Gabby is not.
Back in the lab, the general has a photograph of Albert wave dashing out of the lab. Why did he do it so stealthily, he says? Well, the X-17 is designed to infiltrate without detection, says Dad. There was one eyewitness of his escape, a lady walking her dog last night, who said he was super cute candy sugar in my eye holes, and the honorary mayor of Hunky Town, lol, so random.
That was the only eyewitness to this killer robot boy, which to be clear was like a sort of naked hunk sprinting through the street with the mind of a child at like super speed.
Also, we had a report from the local country club which said that a nude boy came in,
strangled
punched up through the rib cage of the club president and stole all of his clothes and Lamborghini.
So next we get a montage of Albert at school. Here are the things that we see in quick succession. We see Albert rescuing all of the frogs that are about to be dissected in biology class, and he runs outside and
Do they
frees
normally
them.
dissect live frogs in biology class?
I don't know.
Don't think so.
Also, it's so weird. Like, Albert is programmed to clear terrorist compounds, like, down to the last man. Why is he like...
Luke, you've forgotten that his soul slider was
oh my
put
gosh.
to maximum.
So does that mean that he would clear a terrorist compound, but would be like in a turmoil,
existential crisis, the whole time.
Crisis as he did it? Like, his sort of his robot body.
I don't know if he
moving
would.
in a kind of fluid killing motion.
He can't even bring himself to kill a frog, which again is not something I think you would ask high school students to do in a biology class. I don't think dissecting a frog, fine. I don't think you would ask them to end the frog's life with the scalpel before they started the dissection. I think that's probably a step too far.
You shouldn't dissect any animal you're not willing to ritually kill in the classroom.
Maybe it's a new initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we see Albert throwing Mae a surprise picnic with cushions and umbrellas on the football field. There's also a whole bowl of lemons there.
Yep, and a violinist.
Yeah, that's right. And a huge crowd of assembled kids going, oh, he's so hunky and romantic. Look what he's doing.
Yeah, everyone wants them to sit with them at lunch because Albert's 27. But no, lunch will be taken on the football field with a violinist.
In art class, Albert has painted a photorealistic picture of Mae.
Yeah, in a field, they study together. It's all too perfect.
Yeah.
Later on, in the library with Gabby, we see Albert speed reading books. He flicks through War and Peace.
Yep.
Gabby has a theory about why he's here. She thinks he's a viral marketing stunt from the video game company. You design an avatar in the game, and then the next day an actor turns up in a vulcanized rubber mask as the character you designed and pitches woo on you.
So she starts yanking on his face to test this theory. How could she possibly think this is what's happening? It would be the most...
if you made your character in Dark Souls and then the next day you stood in your front garden. In your front garden wearing a vulcanized rubber mask.
Seducing me. Yeah, just some drama student is there pretending to be my femshep or whatever.
To be fair, wouldn't put it past Hideo Kojima.
Yeah, actually, it is the kind of thing Kojima would do. Yeah, Kojima would be like, what we'll do is every single person who buys this game will have an actor sent to their home wearing vulcanized rubber. And then Konami's like, I'm sorry, Kojima, we simply can't finance this. And he'll be like, that's it, I walk.
And he'd be like, how about this? They're sexually into you. It's like...
Konami's like, of course not, Kojima. And then
we're
gamers
going to make a Metal
arms.
Gear Solid pachinko machine instead. And he's like, fine, I'm walking.
Gamers never forgave Konami for not letting Kojima have a sexual actor come up to your house in a vulcanized rubber mask.
Me and Timothy Chalamet are out of here, he says. Albert explains none of that's true. He's simply Albert. You're going a little overboard, says Gabby. And then Albert speed reads Pride and Prejudice. And these are the things that he takes from it. Scoundrel. Marriage proposal. Spit it out, Mr. Darcy. Yes.
Yes.
He doesn't mention the fireplace at Rosings or how much it costs. So clearly he hasn't read it properly.
Yeah, he's not got the subtext. £800 that cost. Yeah.
He can only identify surface themes.
Yeah. I'm not an actor, says Albert, and I'm not leaving until my mission is accomplished. I'm going to kiss Mae at homecoming. A perfect kiss.
And I can take it from here, he says.
Yeah. Then Bart phones. He calls Gabby. He's panicking because he saw a photo of his sister with a handsome boy online. Gabby explains that the boy that they've programmed has somehow become real. You've meddled with nature itself, shouts Bart. There is no version of the logical universe where my sister should have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
He's a little too upset.
He still hasn't
this.
fixed the computer.
Yeah.
But so Gabby's like, I don't care about any of this. Just call me when the computer's fixed.
Yeah.
So on the sports track, Albert is doing one finger push-ups and has done 160 of them. Have you ever played football, says the coach. No, sir, but I used to throw fish on my dad's boat, he says. So he's got like fake memories.
He's programmed with backstory. He knows he's a robot.
Yeah.
Doesn't he?
He knows he's an infiltrator unit like the T-800.
So he's lying now.
I guess for like successful infiltration, he should be programmed with a backstory in case people ask him.
You know what? He's probably in essence got two
of them.
I think so too. I was going to say he's probably got two, but I was going to say he's probably got two brains. He's probably got one. He's probably got one like computer brain that is completely focused. That believes itself to be a normal Alaskan boy, and then he's got one computer brain that knows it's not really an Alaskan boy, but is actually a sort of a super spy, and there is a sort of like total firewall between those two centers, and then there is a sort of third controlling unit that is like linked up to the eyes and the mouth and the ears and sort of judges based on input. This is what we need Albert to be right now. Like he will be the most effective if right now he fully believes he is like throwing salmon on his dad's boat or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when he identifies an enemy operative, he just sort of switches into like sentient kill mode. Because would be...
He knows where all the weak points are on the face.
It would slow him down if Albert had to go, oh, there's an enemy operative, but I'm just an Alaskan boy. Oh, no, wait, now I remember. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm a killing machine.
Engage fish gutting subroutine.
Yeah.
On man. Well, but they've still got the soul problem.
They do.
He's too soulful to push a guy's eyes out with his thumbs.
Is he, though? We're going to see him do some pretty violent things.
Oh, that's true. All right, fair enough. Let's get to that.
Yeah, right now, in fact, yeah. So the coach desperately wants this killer robot on the football team because he's doing all these super press ups and he's obviously super strong. Go long, says Albert. Longer, longer, longer. And then he throws the football the entire length of the field. There is no discernible drop off in the travel of the ball. It moves sort of totally horizontally. It hits the receiver in the heart. He screams and is fired back about 30 feet through a wooden shed.
Yeah, he's killed instantly.
Yeah, well, he stumbles out of the shed all covered in dust and goes, "I'm okay," in a way that makes me think that they might have filmed this and then thought, we need to add a bit where he comes out and goes, "I'm okay," because
it looks a lot like he just killed that boy with a football.
Yeah, it doesn't look survivable what happens to him.
Yeah. So Nevaeh and Jaden look on at this. It makes no sense, says Nevaeh. Yeah, says Jaden ruefully. I never saw her with a guy like him. No one ever saw her at all, says Nevaeh. What is there to see? And then the camera sort of zooms on Jaden's face while a sad piano sting plays.
He looks haunted by his love and cowardice.
Yeah.
Later, Jaden tries to catch Mae for a chat, but she's, of course, off to love on Albert in his Lambo. As he pulls away, we see that his personalised number plate is Meowsers.
What?
Okay, so meow, MEOW dash
like a cat.
Zuz, ZERS.
What could it mean?
I spent ages trying to figure out. I was like, did I miss something?
Did he steal it from a cat?
Did they, when they were programming him, and then I thought, would this have made more sense in 2014? Maybe in 2014, when you saw a hunky boy, you would say Meowsers.
Meowsers. Or is it like,
but I don't
just
think
lol
so.
Is it just lol so random?
I think it might be just also random, but it's lol. It's lol it's lol too random.
It's lol too random to like give it such a prominent shot in your movie because it's given undue prominence by the shot as if it should be significant.
Meowsers.
But as far as I can tell, it isn't significant.
I guess what we are supposed to believe is that Albert has chosen the personalised plate Meowsers.
I think maybe the head of the country club was like he made his fortune in cat food, Meowsers cat food. And so when Albert burst in and punched up through his ribcage and pulled his heart out and stole his car.
This shot was left in from a previous version of the script where there was a subplot where police are investigating the murder of the country club owner. Yeah.
The cat food magnate, Mr. Meowsers.
Mr. Meowsers, heir to the Meowsers fortune. Yeah.
Anyway, it's infuriating. It's lol so random, but also lol so infuriating.
Genuine question. Let's just take it as read. Whatever, his personalised plate is Meowsers. Genuine question to you, Andy. If you were on a date and you found out that your date's license plate was Meowsers, is this a giant red or a giant green flag?
I'd need to know why it is. Like, if it's like lol so random, big red flag.
Before this date can continue, I need to know
why. Number plate.
I don't
think that's unreasonable. There's a lot.
Yeah.
If you walk out to the car with your date and their number plate is "I kill dates,"
you're
going to want to ask about that.
Yeah,
and they're
for
like,
sure.
"Oh, I just mean I eat a lot of dates." I can kill a whole pack of dates in one sitting.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mention my surname is I Kill. I'm heir to the I Kill date fortune.
My name is Gary I Kill. I'm a city councilman.
City councilman.
And I'm undercover learning about dates.
Club. Yeah.
No, I'd be like, oh, is this, like what they call a beige flag, right?
Right.
Where it's a sort of indicator that someone is just sort of quite boring and normal-headed.
Oh, right. Okay. Wow, there's a flag
so
for
if
everything in this modern world.
Yeah, so if they've like, oh, I've chosen Meowsers because I think it's lol so random.
I think it's a fun word.
That's a kind of a beige flag.
Meowsers.
Yeah.
It's like wowzers.
Yeah.
In itself a beige flag.
Yeah, so I think probably beige flag.
Meowsers.
So they go to the park, and Albert wants to ask Mae a question. Gabby is sort of banished to a big cloud of pollen where she sneezes because she's allergic.
Yeah.
Mae, will you go to homecoming with me, says Albert. No, says Mae. Is it too sudden, says Albert. It's crazy. You could ask any other girl in school. Someone as put together and as much of a robot as you are.
Yeah.
People don't look at me this way, says Mae.
I found this baffling because she's literally built and designed the better boy to take her to homecoming. And then when he asks, she's like, no, I'm too much of a disgusting freak. Don't take me. This is it's like telling your body pillow that you're too broken for a relationship and that you need space.
I'm sorry, right hand. It's not going to work out between us.
Yeah, it's honestly not you. It's me.
You're too good for me, anime body villain.
It's like
I'm sorry, Hatsune Miku body villain. You're a global superstar with millions of fans, and I'm just a guy. It would never work.
It's the saddest thing in the world, Mae being like, hello, wish fulfillment robot boyfriend who I programmed to ask me to homecoming. No, I can't go to homecoming. I'm too ugly and unpopular.
I'm sorry, level 100 Tauran cleric. You're too good for me. You're a level 100. I don't know, what's the cap?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's, well, it depends if it's vanilla or... You know what, it doesn't matter. The point is that Taurans can't be clerics. Moving on.
So she goes to talk to Gabby, and Gabby's like, don't you think this is moving too fast? This isn't part of the game plan. The game plan is for us to be an unstoppable team, go to Harvard, make millions, and then become co-presidents.
So Gabby is increasingly cross with Mae for falling for Albert.
This boy is changing everything.
Yeah, and she expresses her doubts and concerns. Let's hear a clip of this, and I promise you, listener, it's not going to end how you think.
This wasn't part of the game plan.
What game plan?
The unstoppable team. We're gonna study hard, graduate early, go to Harvard, become millionaires, win Nobel Prizes, and then become the president and vice president of the United States.
Oh, okay. So when were you gonna tell me about the rest of my life?
Come on. I created this boy to help you. But now you're letting it change everything.
Gabby, Albert is the best thing that has ever happened to me. And you're acting like it's a problem.
It's been said and done. Every beautiful thought's been already sung. And I guess right now here's another one. So your melody will play on and on with the best of them. You are beautiful, like a dream come alive, incredible, a centerfold, miracle, lyrical. You saved my life again. And I want you to know, baby, I love you like a love song, baby. I love you like a love song, baby. I love you like a love song, baby. And I keep hitting repeat, repeat, yeah.
So, as you heard there...
Albert begins performing Love You Like a Love Song by Selena Gomez.
Which, at this point, is 3 years old. Like, as a song. So, okay, many things. Firstly, why does Albert bust out this one? There must be a more relevant thing. But I suppose there was no more recent Disney synergy. Wait, hang on. Why doesn't he bust out In My Shades from Starstruck? What year was that?
That's when I'm in my shades. Yeah. Unfortunately, there isn't a sunglass vendor in the park. There's only a ukulele vendor in the park. So he's only able to get a ukulele.
Also, does this mean that Selena Gomez, the person, is canon in the universe of How to Build a Better Boy?
Yeah, it must be.
Because that's odd, for obvious reasons.
Albert should be soulful enough to compose his own song, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I initially thought it was an original song, but then it got to the chorus, and I was like, okay, if this was an original song, it would probably be more about robot love.
It would be Robot Love by Daft Punk.
Yeah, it would be like, my servos are responding to your touch.
And I've got two of them, if you know what I mean.
Points to crotch. That kind of rhymed. Hooray! Yeah. So everyone in the park wanders over smiling.
Albert's left-handed as well. I don't know if you noticed this as a left-hander.
Well, yeah, it's because he's got maximum body, and it is.
And that's the best you can be.
It is the optimum body shape. Yeah, I mean, what's really impressive is that he found a left-handed ukulele on this stand.
In this ukulele stand that sells 6 ukuleles.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone in the park is loving it. Mae joins in for the second verse, and at the end she says, "Yes, Albert, I will go to homecoming with you," and everyone cheers excitedly.
Do you remember when we went to that ukulele shop in Los Angeles?
Oh,
and it was in a cupboard in an office building.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay,
that was weird.
Unfortunately. Okay, considering how many people play guitar, you'll agree, Andy, that guitar shops are weird and have a strange vibe. And
absolutely,
I hate them. Antagonistic vibe. It's not really a very pleasant experience going to buy a guitar. There's a lot of posturing.
Yep.
everyone's playing it cool. You, the people who work there, other shoppers. It's a nightmare.
They have strong opinions about which guitar you should buy,
Yes.
and whatever you buy is the wrong one.
Everyone is very cagey about disclosing their level of guitar ability.
Uh-huh.
And let me tell you, it only gets weirder the more obscure the instrument. Like this shop was a prime example. It was just like in a sort of weird office room.
Yeah.
And it was like, here's a desk and here's a bunch of our ukuleles. And me and Andy just sort of stood there in a quiet room. Andy was very nice to come to this ukulele shop with me. I didn't even buy a ukulele there. I was just like, I don't like any of them.
It was one of those situations where you're never more than 6 feet away from the owner because it's such a small space.
Yeah.
Everything's occupied with ukuleles.
Total
And they're
silence.
like,
yeah,
a ukulele fan, are you? Prove it.
Prove it, yeah. Every breath that everyone makes is audible.
Yeah. Luke's like, have you got any left-handed ukes? And the guy's like, one of them.
One of you. That's right, I've got maximum body.
Yep. I was left-handed once.
I
taught myself out of the habit.
Beat it out of myself.
Yeah.
Went to an old-timey Victorian school and had my hands wrapped.
Your hands broken and rebroken until he learned. I think going to a ukulele rolly stand in the middle of a park would be a much more pleasant experience.
Also, I'll tell you what, there's no way that the proprietor of this rolly stand is chill with Albert just grabbing one and wandering off with it.
Yeah, and sort of crushing it in his pitiless robot fingers.
Yeah, there's always got to be a sign that's like, don't touch any of the instruments without asking, because you're not allowed to do anything unless the owner is
oils on the strings.
6 centimeters away from you, judging you.
Judging how well you're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Luke, I'm working away on our better boy down here in the lab. Got him working. He's got all 3 legs on. Looking pretty good.
Sorry, what?
Yeah. All 3 legs are on there. So just next thing we need to do, I think, is sort of figure out what we're going to feed him. Because I was thinking, I saw RoboCop the other day. That's where I got the idea from in the first place. Okay. And he eats that sort of like baby food, doesn't he?
Well, and we're going to have a hungry boy on our hands. He's got to power 3 whole legs. I don't want this boy running out of calories, but he's also not going to have much time because he's going to be off seducing. International espionage is going to be taking up a lot of his minutes. What are we going to do?
That's true. I don't have time to strain apricots through a sieve.
No, which is his favourite.
Is there? If only there was a better way that would allow us to feed this better boy in a healthy and nutritious and quick way.
We could try Factor, I suppose. We should.
You're a genius.
I am.
That's why you got that genius grant, of course, because Factor has more variety, more meals, and allows you between busy schedule and summer plans to get smart, tasty, chef-prepped meals that are dietitian approved, delivered right to your laboratory door.
Of course, because you can choose from a wider selection of weekly meal options with Factor, including premium seafood choices like salmon and shrimp at no extra cost.
Yeah, and you might be thinking, but we want to introduce our better boy to a range of international flavours. Well, guess what? You can. For the first time, you can try Asian-inspired meals with bold flavours influenced by China, Thailand, and more.
So from more choices to better nutrition, that's why 97% of customers say that Factor helped them live a healthier life. Feel the difference, no matter your routine.
That's right. Eat smart at factormeals.com/momcan'tcook50 off and use code momcan'tcook50 off. That's the number 50 to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code momcan'tcook50 off at factormeals.com for 50% off plus free shipping. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor.
Well, the better boy has emerged from the goo, and is he looking great. Look at him great. 3 legs.
Shimmering there in the evening night.
3 legs are kicking.
There.
The only thing that gives me pause is, should we clothe him?
I don't know, man. I mean, would you hang a sheet over the Mona Lisa?
Actually, I don't know if I would. I suppose I probably would if I wanted the Mona Lisa to blend in with video game loving kids.
Yeah, is that what you want the better boy to do?
Yeah.
Oh,
we built this better boy to infiltrate gamers. Find out what they're
thinking.
Find out what they're thinking, what they're going to do with their disposable income, and how we can ensnare them to our podcast.
Well, I know exactly how we can 21 Jump Street this better boy into into a gamer. We'll just head to insertcoinclothing.com and pick up some brilliant gaming-inspired apparel to put on his nude body.
Oh, fantastic! Well, I mean, the kid. What are the kids like? Do they like Pac-Man and Pong? Those are the current games, aren't they?
Luke, they've come a long way since then. How about Bayonetta socks?
What?
You ever think of that? You ever think of a Doom the Dark Ages hoodie?
Oh, dang! I would love that. I mean,
you
for
ever
the
think
boy.
of a Platinum Games hoodie? You ever think of a Sonic and Knuckles zip-up hooded jacket?
Oh man, these all sound so good. Our boy is going to be ingratiating himself with the gamers effortlessly. And you, listener, if you have gamers you want to ingratiate yourself with...
And who doesn't, frankly?
And who doesn't? Maybe you should go to insertcoinclothing.com and peruse the amazing licensed apparel that they are selling there.
That's right, and if you tell them that we sent you, you can get yourself an exclusive discount because Insert Coin have sent us a code that you can use on their website. And I'm now going to read the code to you, Luke.
Buckle up.
The code is, let's talk about X17, baby.
Oh, okay.
And the note I have here from Insert Coin says, please encourage Luke to sing this. So,
right,
to the tune of Let's Talk About Sex, Baby by whoever did that song.
Okay, let me just...
Salt and Pepper, probably.
Salt and Pepper. Let me just remind myself how it goes. Let's talk about X17. Let's talk about X17, baby. Let's talk about X17. Let's talk about building a better boy.
Yeah, it's
How
good.
was that?
You've got the code wrong because it is Let's Talk About X17 Baby. It does have the baby on the end. But that's good. So, if you want to get yourself some Insert Coin clothing, head to insertcoinclothing.com and use that code at checkout. Codes are good for 10% off online orders and are not applicable on charity items, bundles, gift cards, postage, and some products at launch. Codes cannot be combined with other deals or promotions and are valid until the end of 2025. Bit more, Luke?
Let's talk about X17, baby.
Yeah, all right. That's it. End of that. Now, this better boy is going to be going on a lot of overseas missions, Luke, but I don't want to be paying roaming charges.
No. Well, it's been very expensive to build this better boy, and we're tapped out, frankly, financially speaking. So
all his functions are being hotspotted from my phone. So. That's
going to cost you an arm and a leg, which is a problem because we've given the boy an extra leg.
Yeah,
so there must be some way we can save money. I suppose if push comes to shove, we could try the Saley eSIM. I've heard good things.
Oh, that's another great idea, genius Luke. That's right, because a Saley eSIM allows you to use your phone as if you were a phone user in that country and not pay extortionate international roaming charges. And it's an eSIM, so you don't even have to put a physical SIM card in your phone. You just go through the menus on your phone, set up the eSIM there. It could not be easier.
My gosh, I've done it again. We're going to be getting a very, very, very cheap rate when this better boy goes abroad and starts destabilizing governments. It's it's really going to work for us. And it could work for you too, listener. Why don't you download the Saley app in your app store and use code MOMCAN'TCOOK at checkout to get 15% off your first purchase?
Oh, this is going to save us so much money. That's 15% off your first purchase if you use the code MOMCAN'TCOOK, all one word, at checkout. When you download the Saley app in your app store. It'll save so much money, Luke. We could probably put a fourth leg on this guy.
A fourth leg? Okay, but where?
Well, I think you know where.
Middle of the bum.
Great, we're ready to send him out the door. Off you go, better boy. You go destabilize those foreign governments. Hack into all their servers using your powerful internet tools that are cheap now, thanks to Saley.
Oh, they grow up so fast.
They sure do. Wait, what's this? Oh no, our private data. It's being stolen.
Oh no, by our own better boy.
No,
better boy's gone rogue.
Oh, why couldn't we have installed some kind of internet security, Luke? This was your job.
Oh boy, I didn't think the boy would go rogue and hack us senseless, but he has. He's
hacked us.
He's got all of my information. Andy, please tell me you installed NordVPN like I told you to.
No, but I've got a second better boy in this cupboard, so we can put NordVPN on him.
All right, we'll get NordVPN running on the second boy, the second boy Better Boy V2. Better
Boy V2.
That first one was just Better Boy Beta.
Yeah.
This is Better Boy Alpha. It's good, yeah. Or Z, or whichever one is good. He's gone gold, is what I'm saying.
We've gone gold with the better boy. And this one has NordVPN installed as standard, because NordVPN allows you to do things like watching sporting events, TV shows and films which aren't available in your region by switching your virtual location to a country which is showing the event. It also allows you to protect private data like bank details, passwords and online identity, and it can switch your virtual location, allowing you to save money by purchasing flights, hotels and subscriptions from other countries at cheaper prices.
NordVPN is the fastest VPN in the world, so don't even worry about your better boy buffering or lagging while he's streaming, and it stops your ISP from bandwidth throttling as well. I've used NordVPN for a very long time. I find it a very good and useful service. I use it on my desktop, I use it on my phone. It's super good and super convenient, and we've got an exclusive NordVPN deal for you, listener.
You certainly do. To get the best discount off your NordVPN plan, go to nordvpn.com/momcan'tcook, all one word. Our link will also give you 4 extra months on the 2-year plan. There is no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The link is in the podcast episode description box. NordVPN, premium cybersecurity for the price of a cup of coffee per month. So she says yes to him, and the crowd goes nuts. Gabby's phone goes, "It's Bart. Don't say my name, they could be listening." He says he fixed the computer and it's bad. He wishes he didn't know the things he now knows. "Get back here ASAP," he says.
We cut to the lab. The General's direct report hurries in. "Sir," she says, "the situation has escalated, and I'm delighted to say that the next bit of dialogue is this. We have reason to believe that Black Sigma is after the X-17. We find out that Black Sigma is a group of international arms dealers. There's not a weapon they haven't tried to steal," the General warns.
Yep. If the prototype falls into their hands, the safety of the free world is in jeopardy.
Yeah, not like it would be if just kindly old Uncle Sam had access to this.
Yeah. Sweet, benevolent Uncle Sam has access to this technology and will use it for good and freedom.
But if Black Sigma were to have it, who knows? They could sell it to one of the bad countries.
Yeah.
So Dad is baffled. How? Why? The software was totally secure, except for, oh no, he remembers that there was a copy of the secret software at his house.
At his house where his teenage children live and the door's unlocked.
Yeah.
We see a van outside the Department of Defense that says A1 Real Nice Cleaners. But in fact, the sign on the van is a lie, and inside reside Black
Sigma, the 3 members of International Arms Dealer Group, Black Sigma. Now,
they've been planning on stealing this weapon for months, and now someone has gone and grabbed it out from under them.
But that's not what they say, is it, Andy? Because in fact, the leader of Black Sigma, who I believe is called Zephyr, for some reason has a sort of very strong Super Mario-esque accent.
It's like generic foreign.
Yeah.
Their accent, they've all got different accents. One of them's extremely like Yakov Smirnov Russian.
Yeah, and one of them's doing like Charles Martinet, Super Mario.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Like we have
a sort of multinational group of arms dealers.
Weapon. Yeah, it's really, really weird. We will never get into lab now, says the one who is decided to be Russian. The prize is out there now.
The prize is out there now, and we will be the first to find it, says the first one.
Wahoo!
Wahoo!
It's honestly...
That's so nice.
You'll hear some later. It's wild. So, at home, Gabby is let in by Bart, who is paranoid because he knows now about the government secrets. Yeah. Were you followed, he says?
Dad is not a video game designer, he says. My whole life's a lie. And then he brings up the US Department of Defense network.
Warning, says an inexplicably British voice. You are trespassing on a network of the US Department of Defense. Uh-oh. Dad works at the Pentagon. I hacked the Pentagon, says Gabby. Whoopsie. And then she sits down at the computer to hack the Pentagon again.
A second time.
Yeah.
She brings up the plans for X-17, the world's first robotic operative, and realizes that she's designed a hunky robot soldier and set him up with her best friend.
Yeah.
The X-17, the world's first covert robotic operative? Do you realize what you've done?
Yes. I designed a highly mobile, undetectable, handsome, wholesome, speed-reading, ukulele-playing, dreamy-eyed robot soldier. And I set him up with my best friend.
Suddenly, there's a sound outside. Gabby and Bart hide in a cupboard and peer out as a huge muscle man punches clean through the door.
Yeah.
He is followed by the other 2 members of Black Sigma. How they got here, I don't know. 10 seconds ago, they were outside the computer game offices in an unmarked van going, oh, he's out there in the world now.
out there in the world somewhere.
And
We'll have to find him. And then they're kicking in the door of Dad's office.
Yeah, I don't know how they're here.
Yeah, I don't know. They turn the office upside down looking for details. They start sort of hacking the mainframes on the wall.
Yeah.
They see the X-17 plans. That's him. That's the weapon, says one. And he starts downloading the info to the flash drive.
Yeah. They blow the servers and flee as Gabby and Bart spill out of the cupboard. Then, moments later, government agents swarm the building. Black Sigma beat us here, the general says, disappointed.
If you were worried that this was all getting too, thrilling and exciting, there's a beat here where Gabby says, something's fishy is going on here. And then she looks next to her and there are two large fish on the wall. Lol, so random.
Jeez. Fine.
2014 was a nightmare.
So the general and Dad find Bart and Gabby pretending that everything is fine in the other room. They've sort of managed to sneak into the living room and they're pretending that they've never been in the office ever and don't know it's a secret office. Dad is obviously alarmed.
Where's Mae? Says Dad. Out with a boy, says Bart. A completely real boy,
says Gabby, who treats her with kindness and respect.
Yeah.
Which makes, I would suspect the opposite is true. If someone said that to me, it's quite odd.
So is that with a fake boy who's beaten her ass?
Yeah. So the general asks these two children if they definitely didn't see anything. They say no. And having concluded this enhanced interrogation, the general has no further questions.
Bart gets in Dad's face about his lies now. He's like, who are these military guys? And he's like, I've been making a military video game and these are my consultants. And then Bart, for about 5 minutes, does a bunch of sort of lol so random shouting about lies.
Yeah, he's like, we live in a house of lies. Honesty, Dad. It's honesty.
Only honesty in this house.
Honesty in this house. Yeah. It's shouty and long. We cut to outside the house, which is flanked by a host of army vehicles and soldiers with assault rifles. And I am surprised to see that Black Sigma, having stolen the data, made the interesting choice not to drive away, but to go back to their van, which is parked...
And sit in the van that's parked opposite the house.
I swear to God, there is a shot of a soldier with a gun looking in the direction of the Black Sigma van and just sort of sat in the van. The three members of Black Sigma are there with a laptop looking at the
file of
X-17 stolen data. So they put the data on this laptop and they see that X-17's mission data is the following. Perfect kiss. Location, homecoming. What is homecoming, says the leader.
What is this homecoming,
yeah.
says one.
None of them know what homecoming is and have no way of finding out, even though it's 2014 and they have a laptop. Then they see Bart and Gabby drive away in Bart's yellow cab. Those kids will lead us to homecoming, they conclude, for some reason. The army doesn't notice that an unmarked van full of Black Sigma operatives peels out to tail Bart's car about 5 yards behind.
Yeah.
Fine.
So we cut to school. It's the Eagles pre-game party. That's the football team.
Yeah.
Mae is talking. She says to Bart, Mae is Albert's mission commander. She can shut him down. And then they see Mae and Albert walking into the stadium.
Yeah.
Not sure she's his mission commander anymore, says Gabby. Not sure what that means.
When Albert walks in, there's a big sexty. When Albert walks in, there's
music.
When Albert walks in, there is sexy 50s guitar music and he's got Mae on his arm and a huge crowd of fawning teens.
Yeah, the 60s were the sexiest decade.
The 60s, yeah. Black Sigma arrive at the party as well. Don't try to take X-17, they say. Just locate him. And then something odd happens. So Mae's wearing a new dress, and she explains, Albert took me shopping. Then the other girls say, oh, Gabby, we heard that you sorted Mae out with this dream boy. We also want dream boys. I want one who's like this and this and this and this. And then another girl says, and I want one who's...
Yeah, she just sort of does the motorboat sound and facial movement.
Yeah. To me...
She just wants a guy who motorboats, I guess.
To me, it's like they're kind of like a sort of old-timey colonel in colonial times.
Oh, okay,
you know,
sure.
like, I'm shocked at this impropriety. Like that.
Yeah, she wants to go out with Sir Henry Rawlinson.
She wants to go out with a colonial colonel.
Well, what you've
Okay.
got to remember, Luke, is that it is lol so random
It is lol so freaking random
to have done that.
I'm so bloody random sometimes, I swear.
Yeah.
So Gabby pulls Mae aside to tell her the truth. Meanwhile, Albert puts a chummy arm around Bart. All of a sudden, his head whips around with a kind of noise, and he identifies a member of Black Sigma hiding behind a pretzel stand.
This is the sort of the first example of anytime Albert moves, he makes sort of loud whirring sounds.
Yeah, he does. He goes...
Is a little bit of a problem for a covert infiltrator model.
Definitely. They'll give him thicker skin next time to sort of mask the sound. Yeah.
Hello, I am human boy.
I am Sexbot.
I have 2 of them. There they are.
Speak directly into it. So we see his heads-up display. It goes, tick, 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 tick. Warning, enemy combatant. Objective, neutralize target.
Yeah.
My note is that he's not a very good spy robot if he does this when he sees an enemy of America, because he would, like, sneak into the, I don't know, the ambassador's office or something and then just, like, kill everyone, like, neutralize all the targets. Isn't he supposed to ingratiate himself? Isn't he supposed to...
Turns out he's more of a killbot.
Yeah, he should be trying to, like, join Black Sigma, you know? Bring it down from the inside.
Sigma 3, the Black Sigma operative, he's like told to not engage, but he's like, I can take this kid.
Yeah.
So we get a sort of intercut scenes of Mae and Gabby chatting about Albert and a sort of thrilling fight scene in a corridor as pitiless robot Albert sort of breaks this guy's every limb that he has sort of systematically and sort of crunches his face in with his metal fists.
Yeah. So the Gabby and Mae conversation goes like this. Mae thinks that she knows what Gabby wants to say, that Albert has come between them, etc. And Gabby says, Albert is a robot.
A literal robot.
Mae misunderstands the robot comment.
I know, okay? He can be a little bit formal, but I think that's cute. And you don't even understand boys. You think they're a distraction. And that's fine. But I love Albert. And I know that he feels the same way about me.
Albert can't feel anything for you. It's impossible.
You know, I should probably go. Albert's looking for me.
Mae, just trust me. You have to end things with Albert, and it's really simple. All you have to do is take him by the hands, look him right in his eyes, and say, initiate self-destruct.
Okay, that is ridiculous, and I'm not gonna do that.
You have to.
I need a best friend, not a boss.
And you know what? Right now, neither one is a very fun job.
Well, then maybe you should quit.
My note here is that I think you have to think self-destruct is going to be messy. Is this
right?
Is this definitely a good idea?
Yeah, just going to detonate.
What you have to do is get extremely close to Albert's face and then tell him to self-destruct.
What you've got to do is you've got to speak directly into it and tell it to self-destruct.
Leveling a city
block.
block.
To be inches away from it. Yeah, sort of huge hyperbaric bomb will wipe out the city.
There's no way Albert's programmed to self-destruct in a way that could leave America's enemies with any of the data or any of his like exoskeleton or whatever.
No, absolutely. He'll be there to destroy evidence. Well, destroy America's enemies and destroy evidence of. They can't. It's like how in Terminator they get the arm out of the press and they're able to reverse engineer a Terminator.
Yeah,
from the robot arm. So it can't. It has to be a complete destruction.
Yeah. And it has to be atomic level. It has to be atomized. Yeah. But anyway,
so the girls have fallen out. They're at loggerheads. We see Albert punches Sigma 3 unconscious with a series of crushing blows to the face.
Yep.
He picks up his radio and then, like the Terminator, he mimics the voice of Sigma 3 and he says, the prototype isn't here, guys, in his voice.
Yeah.
Exactly like the Terminator.
Yeah. For some reason, Albert's been programmed to do all of his killing with an eerie smile on his face. I guess it is.
For some reason. It's because it's terrifying.
It is terrifying, yeah, to be fair. So later that night, the football game is now in full flow. And believe it or not, astonishingly, the Eagles are close to winning, even though we're led to believe that this is a sort of annual game that they very rarely win or never win.
Yeah.
Black Sigma hasn't taken the order that they got on the radio to give up because they're just sort of still here strolling around.
Yeah, but they have an EMP, which will shut down any electronic current in range, including Mr. Cutie Patootie.
Yeah.
Says their leader. That's when we'll grab him.
That's when we'll grab him. So out on the pitch, Albert is in the stands. He's with Mae. Gabby is stood elsewhere. Mae and Gabby look at each other sort of resentfully, having fallen out. Bart is with Gabby and asks if he told Mae that she's dating a cybernetic operative program to start killing if it detects the visual ID of someone from its enemy database.
Yeah.
Gabby says that she didn't get to it.
Well, there's so much to talk about.
Yeah. Then on the pitch, a boy is wounded. "My knee," he cries. The coach is like, "Oh no." And we see the backup player, a scrawny boy. The coach throws his arms up in abject despair. He can't put this Poindexter on into the field. Then the coach has an idea. What about that boy who can throw a football clean through someone's chest? Maybe we should have him be on the team.
"Suit up," he says to Albert, and Albert immediately takes his t-shirt off.
Everyone faints.
Causing pandemonium amongst the females in the crowd.
Exactly. For some reason, we don't see his abs. I'm not sure why. But
it's their aluminium.
Yeah. Abluminium. A new alloy.
There's some discussion between the girls. They're like, "You can't join this game. He might think that someone's the enemy and take them out." And then Nevaeh joins this huddle as well with all the football players. And then Mae joins.
Yeah.
And the girls are given a penalty and cups are thrown at them and they storm off to have a big argument.
Yeah.
But Albert, he's into the idea. He's like, "We're going to win this game, team." And then he uses his robotic super speed to run all around the place fast.
Yeah. So it's quite a long scene. This football game, but there are essentially two moments of superness. So
he does the super fast running,
yeah,
and then he scores a touchdown, and he chest bumps everyone else on his team, knocking them to the floor like quite painfully.
Yeah,
with his powers.
And we see him leap like 30 feet in the air and somersault into the end zone touchdown area.
Yeah,
you know,
all his servos are going while he does it, which is...
Everyone stares in horror at the total impossibility of this sort of boy moving at 200 miles an hour. But I guess the team won, so they're all like, "Yay!"
Hooray.
Afterwards, he gives Mae a hug. We briefly cut back to the house where the army are showing the local police force photos of the Black Sigma group, who they suspect of having done the break-in.
Yeah. One of the cops, though, is watching the football game on his phone.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, sorry, I'm distracted. There's this new kid and he's a beast."
Yeah.
He shows the video to Dad, who sees it and he says, "Oh my God, it's the X-17's empowered assault mode."
What? Empowered assault mode?
Yeah, the empowered assault mode is when you run around all over the place really fast and then do a big jump.
Empowered assault mode.
Yeah.
So back at the game, the Eagles are pretty close to winning. "He's like our secret weapon," says Marnie, and Bart spits out his drink in shock because, of course, he is a secret weapon.
Yeah.
The Black Sigma van pulls up and we see them outside the chain link fence prepping some kind of EMP bomb. It's worth noting that the bomb takes 2 simultaneous swipe cards to activate, so to be fair to Black Sigma, their weapons are more secure than the X-17.
Well, once they steal them, they upgrade the security because they were able to steal them.
Yeah.
So Albert runs through all the opposition team with his empowered assault mode on the pitch. He's just crushing everyone. 4 players are clinging to him as he runs, but it doesn't matter. He scores a touchdown and the crowd goes wild. Nevaeh is hating it.
Yeah. They all hold him aloft. Jaden is loving Albert as well. Mae and Gabby are loving it. Everyone's loving it. Then all of a sudden, Black Sigma hit the kill switch. All of the lights in the stadium explode and Albert dies. His head sort of starts to spasm and we see sparks
he's having
fly.
like a seizure.
Yeah, he's kind of glitching out. Everyone starts screaming, and then dozens of armed soldiers storm the field, their weapons held at shoulder height, ready to fire.
Yeah. So Gabby and Mae run off hand in hand. Mae demands an explanation, and Gabby lays it all on the line about the covert robotic soldier thing.
Gabby, what is this? Oh, so now you want to finally start listening. Your dad does not work for a video game company. He works for the Pentagon. And Albert is a weapon, a covert robotic soldier. And all of this is a search party for your boyfriend. Everyone's after him. Your dad, the army, these mean guys with like big, angry eyebrows. And it's all our fault.
All right, clear this area. Hurry up. Stay quick, stay sharp.
Come on.
So now they're both on the same page. They're sort of back in each other's good books because they need to work together to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
If you were wondering if Black Sigma are going to be a continuing threat in this movie, for some reason they've all put on goggles that mean they can't see anything. They're sort of bumbling around. The Russian one goes, boss, where you guys are? And then they get arrested by the military police and aren't seen again in this film.
We're at the 1 hour, 3 minute mark here. You've probably detected from the last sort of chunk of recap that the plot gets quite crunchy here. This movie basically has two endings, or two sort of big finale scenes, and this is one of them.
It does feel a lot like a finale.
It does, yeah. And also
they win the big football game.
Yeah.
The villains are arrested.
And I stand by what we said at the beginning, that like pacing wise, this movie is sort of ticking along because we're moments from the sort of big dip, like prior to everything coming good in the end. But yeah, like the plot does get really crunchy here. There's a lot going on. And actually, there are a lot of plot threads that end up abandoned, like Black Sigma. And also, like, whatever happened to Albert. Like, we're never really going to get much clarity on, like, he's kind of EMP'd, but it's not going to be...
I think they say in the next scene, actually. So we cut to the lab, and Mae's like, where's Albert?
One other thing to note, Nevaeh overheard the conversation that Mae and Gabby had. So Nevaeh is aware. She's delighted to have picked up on the scandalous gossip that there's a super soldier loose in the school.
Yeah, the hot tea that she can spill later on.
Yeah.
The girls are getting bollocked in the Department of Defense, but the military is like, it's clear your intentions were purely romantic. You didn't want a high-tech war machine, just a boy toy. Take them home, Doctor, you're free to go. The X-17 is no longer your concern. And then he explains that Albert's system was temporarily shut down by the EMP.
Right.
And when he rebooted, he returned to his original mission, saving the free world from danger.
Right. Then it turns out they've been tracking him. At this point, everything stops making sense.
Yeah.
So a screen appears. Jenks.
Yeah. This is where you get the information about what the Disney Channel thinks the US military would use a covert super soldier for.
It's so good. I spent a long time freeze framing, pausing, trying to get as much data as I could off of these, off of this big screen that Jenks puts up. Jenks, by the way, is she's
a major.
Yeah, she's a major.
The right-hand person of General McPhee.
Yeah. So far today, he's helped freedom fighters in South America.
Helped freedom fighters is so vague.
It's so vague.
What do you mean helped? What do you mean freedom fighters?
Yeah. He's built a school in the Middle East, and right now he's leading a team of mine-sniffing dolphins through the Straits of Hormuz. So he's destabilized Colombia.
Yeah.
He's also destabilized Iran because that strait is like a sort of it's actually in the news. It's been in the news recently because it's a sort of choke point for trade that Iran could theoretically sort of block off to exert international political pressure. But Albert has been through there with mine-clearing dolphins, presumably erasing that leverage.
Yep.
I guess.
And also he took some time to build a school in the Middle East.
Yeah, which is like, oh wow, thanks. Just
it's the US military.
It's so patronising. A school in the Middle East, that's great. Now
that's what the US military would use this for.
Yeah, that's good.
Not assassinating foreign
leaders
that they don't like.
Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice for the Middle East because now they can have a school. It's
now there's a school in the Middle East.
It's so patronising and grim. Yeah. Also, here's some other information. So the GPS coordinates that are on screen for helping freedom fighters in South America point to the town of Florencia in Colombia.
Okay.
So if you were interested to know exactly where Albert is helping freedom fighters from.
Destabilizing the government, yeah.
Yeah. Also, when this South America bit is on screen, the text, it's small, but you can read it. It says governmental reassignment and corporate takeover. So Albert is doing governmental reassignment and I think handing Colombia over to a corporation.
To the Coca-Cola Corporation or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've installed a puppet dictator who's in the pocket of Coca-Cola.
That's basically what's happening. Also, we see that the mission time total in South America is 11 days.
What?
Yeah, it says 11 days. The girls are still in their Eagles game outfits. So
yeah, it's implied they came straight there.
But to be honest, maybe it would make more sense that they've been sort of held without trial for nearly 2 weeks.
Man, I didn't see the 11 day. Okay, so that makes more sense that he can get between all these places in the time given. Because I was like, how is he getting from the Middle East to South America to the Straits of Hormuz?
Yeah, the film presents this as like later that day.
Yeah,
we've been tracking Albert. And in this time, Albert has helped freedom fighters in South America, built a school in the Middle East, and now he's leading a team of mine-sniffing dolphins through the Strait of Hormuz. Even if with super speed he can get to all these things, it's not enough time to effectively do this, is it? It's not enough time to install a stable government.
No, you can absolutely get rid of a leader and install your own puppet leader in 11 days, sure.
Yeah. Anyway, so, oh man, all of this is just absolutely nuts. Albert would never leave me, Mae rages, upset. He's the property of the US Army now, where he belongs. And Dad chimes in, young lady, you'll do as the general says.
Yeah.
So they're allowed to go free, but on one condition. In exchange for your freedom, you will never speak a word about any of this.
Forget Albert ever existed, as you'll never see him again, says the general.
Yeah.
Mae is crestfallen. As they leave, the general asks Major Jenks if she's covered up the story. I certainly have, she says. I blamed it all on another member of the US Army.
Yeah,
who you hate, and he's like, "Good, nice,
good."
It's like this is still bad for the U.S. Army.
Yeah, we see. Yeah, like what's changed? We see a news headline on her tablet. Colonel overreacts to power surge. Whoopsie, my bad, says General Dalton. And then if you pause it, there's some comedy hidden in the news report about General Dalton's mic still being on at the press conference where he admitted to accidentally having armed soldiers swarm a high school.
Swarm a high school because of a power surge. Yeah,
and he's being forced into early retirement in Boca or something. That's the difference with the 2014 decoms, is that if you pause it, the text on screen contains extra hidden comedy about what's happening to generals.
It contains actual words and not
murdered
descriptions
hikers
of grisly murders.
Yeah. All's fair in love and war, says the general. I wouldn't know, sir, says Jenks. I haven't seen action in either. This is just so that we know that Jenks is horny, because it's going to be important later.
Unsurprisingly, it'll come in useful later. That's it, it's over, says Gabby. No, says Mae, Albert will come to his senses and will remember me, and when he does, I'll be there for him. I'm going to homecoming.
Yeah.
Operation Boyfriend's been shut down, says Gabby. But Mae says, Albert is wires and metal and microchips, sure, but he's so much more than that.
Is he?
It was like that from the first spark. It was magic.
What?
And then Gabby says, there's an equation for everything, and you and I understand them all. Magic is for people who don't. But Mae isn't giving up on Albert, and she leaves.
Not giving up on Albert. How can she love him? It's been like one day. All he did was take her shopping and throw her a picnic. And
he electrocuted her face from a laptop.
Yeah.
That was the first spark.
That was the first spark. That was the love. That was the love moment, I guess. Yeah. He's like, hello, Mae. I am programmed to show you a great time. Let's go shopping in my Lambo.
I am programmed to love you. I love you. And she's like, wow. It's real.
He loves me. We haven't seen a single scene where Albert does anything that seems to be like sentient, or there's none of that. You would expect there to be a moment in this where someone breaks free of their programming, like in Pixel Perfect, which is
becomes sort of self-aware and is like, I know I was programmed to do this, but these feelings that I have, they're real.
There's none of that. The whole time, Albert is just working well within his programming parameters. He's just
he's strangling off screen.
Yeah. He's
doing it.
He's just a super robot programmed on this occasion to sort of be romantic. Anyway.
Yeah, and he's using all of his like pitiless military technology to pitch woo at this teenage girl.
Yeah. So we cut to some point in the future.
It's homecoming
day. Text on screen says X-17 whereabouts unknown. Now, it's not clear to me if this means the girls still don't know where X-17 is, or if the US government has lost track of him.
He's gone rogue somewhere.
Somewhere in the Middle East, yeah. So Mae wakes up, she looks dejectedly at her dress. She's not looking forward to homecoming because Albert's not going to be there.
Yeah. We see her arrive at the Paris-themed homecoming.
Yeah.
Dad gets out of the car to talk to her. He tells her that a girl as brilliant and beautiful as her, she's going to have the perfect night. He promises. Thanks, Dad, says Mae. And there's this sort of like weird Badalamenti piano music going on in the background.
Mae walks sadly up the steps. Dad is sad. Everyone is sad. Jared arrives with Nevaeh. Nevaeh is obviously triumphant because she is on course in Albert's absence to be homecoming queen and Jared's to be homecoming king. Then, all of a sudden, a limo pulls up. The door opens. A smart shoed foot is out of the car.
A shiny black suit leg.
We pan up to Albert. He's dressed in a black suit and tie. He walks robotically up the stairs towards Mae.
He says,
Dad hasn't left yet. He sees this and he damn near has a heart attack.
Yeah, OMG, he seems to say.
Yeah. I'm sorry I'm late, says Albert. Worried? I never had a doubt, says Mae. What? So, I don't... Okay. So Albert... So I was joking before about, like, oh, I wonder if the government's lost him and he's gone rogue. But they really have. The US...
They genuinely have lost him. They
genuinely have lost Albert.
Yeah.
So, because the next thing that happens is dozens of army trucks swarm the street. Dad is baffled. The general hops out in full fatigues.
Get out of the way, Doctor.
I thought Albert was 5,000 miles away.
We knew his mission would lead him here, but we couldn't let Mae know. She would have warned him. We're taking Albert now. Where's my air support?
General, I can't let you do this.
Check the chain of command, Doctor. You work for me.
If you try to take Albert by force, he'll fight you with everything he's got. And I am not going to let you march in there and start World War Albert with my daughter in the middle. The prototype will come with us peacefully if you let him finish his mission.
You mean kissing your daughter during a magical moonlit dance?
Yeah, it's what she wants.
So...
Yes.
So the US military really did lose Albert, but they know that he will
come peacefully if he kisses the inventor's daughter.
Yes, because he's
at this prom.
Because that is his prime directive, even though they were confident he'd been erased and sort of reset to factory default.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't set to factory default, why did he go and destabilize?
Why was he killing all these South American leaders?
Was he doing so much killing in the Middle East?
Because they said that the EMP reset him to his initial mission, but his initial mission was to kiss Mae at the homecoming dance.
The problem is that now they have to. You know what? I take back what we said at the beginning about this being well paced. I've decided it isn't actually, because now they have to like rush in all of this sort of storytelling.
Yeah, good point.
About him being like sentient actually, and actually I do feel real love for you, but it's not clear. Because he has never been having those moments where he's like breaking free of his programming.
Mm-hmm.
He's not breaking free of his programming. He's just broken, I think. He's just a broken robot.
Yeah, just doing stuff at random.
Yeah, he's behaving at random, and the military doesn't know where he is.
Why, just today, X-17 destabilized the government, helped some dolphins, and built a school. We didn't tell him to do any of that stuff, but he just did it.
They didn't tell him to do any of that stuff, I think. They just sort of let him loose on the world and like, let's see what he does.
Let's see what he does. It'll be in America's interest, though, because his geopolitical alignment is America.
So. Yeah. Should we put a tracking chip in him or something? No need. Why waste money on a tracking chip?
Yeah. What if he starts kissing my daughter?
well, look.
Cross that bridge when we
look. If he starts kissing your daughter, it's probably in America's interest. I think we should let him.
I mean, look at the FTSE since he started kissing your daughter. Wait, did I say killing your daughter? Forget I said that.
The dollar is rallying.
Because people around the world are buying American exports once they've seen this robot kissing this girl. So dad is like raging at the military. He's like, if you don't let my daughter have her special night, then you won't be getting the X-17 or the X-36.
Yeah.
And so the general's like, Mae wants a kiss, then the US Army is going to make sure it happens. I'm pulling the full weight of the American military behind organizing this kiss. So they have a new mission. It's Operation Pucker Up.
Yeah, the name is suggested by Jenks, who we remind you is horny.
Is horny.
Inside Homecoming, Mae and Albert make their entrance. Everyone spins and is like, oh, wow. wow. No one has said kind of, hey, did anyone notice that there's like 1,000 army outside? Fine. Nevaeh is furious. That was supposed to be us, she says. Jaden is like, oh man, who cares? They make a good couple. But Nevaeh has a plan. So, yeah, she's plotting to ruin homecoming for Mae and Albert.
Yeah. Gabby goes over to Albert. She's like, you just had to show up, didn't you, with your perfect hair and your yummy eyes.
Yeah.
You and Mae cannot end up together. It's impossible. But then Albert's like, no.
He's got her there, though, because he says, Gabby, you can't know it's impossible unless you know everything, and nobody does. Wow.
Yeah, good point.
Good point.
Great point.
Good point.
It turns out that Mae is so popular now that all the other girls are sort of dressing like her in polka dots.
Yeah.
Don't we look amazing,
Yeah.
they say. We call ourselves the Mayflowers. She's a bit weirded out by this.
Outside, the general is still on the radio. I want this kiss happening by 2100 hours, he says. You can't hurry love, says Dad. I can and I will, says the general. Where's my covert romance team? Then we see, entering homecoming, Jenks, now in a cocktail dress, along with soldiers described as Parisian men wielding fans and a big sparkly moon.
They're all dressed as mimes for some reason, but these are like spec op soldiers carrying romantic accessories.
The theme is Paris. So they're clearly planning some sort of elaborate romantic
romance
operation. Later, we see Nevaeh preening in the mirror. She reveals to Jaden that she's planning to tell everyone what she knows about Albert. Leave him alone. Albert's cool, says Jaden, with, I think, incredible and baffling loyalty, seeing as he's only known him 5 minutes, whatever. But so she scorns him and says, stop being pushed around. Now, if Nevaeh had ever seen a film, she would know that this is his cue to dump her, because that's what always happens when a sort of mean girl tells the pushover boyfriend, stop being such a pushover. Okay,
I will.
I
says
will.
Jaden.
Yeah. Have you never seen the end of School of Rock? For God's sake.
I hope we can still be friends, he says, breaking up with her. On stage, the principal announces that the ball is French. He mentions the crepe and fromage table and says if you go there, you can get a free ballroom dance lesson from him.
Okay.
And everyone cheers at this.
I would imagine or hope that uptake is not high. It's time to crown homecoming queen, and it is Mae Hartley. Everyone reacts.
Yeah, Nevaeh's world collapses.
Yeah.
Dad can't believe that Mae won homecoming queen, and he's so proud, but it's the general reveals that the army stuffed the ballot boxes.
Yeah.
That's right. America's bloated military budget finally paying off for Mae Hartley.
We see in this shot that the army has built a load of sandbag walls, like they're anticipating a firefight.
It's anticipating mortar fire.
Yeah. So Mae is crowned. She takes the stage, but Nevaeh storms up. This is unacceptable, says Nevaeh, having lost control. She's losing the room. Everyone's like, oh, Nevaeh's gone crazy.
Yeah.
But she says, you need to hear the truth. Albert here is a machine.
Yeah.
There is a dramatic pause. And then Jaden leaps in, filling the pause. That's right, bro. You're a machine.
Everyone cheers at this. This is great because Nevaeh keeps saying things and then Jaden just says them back, but longer, and elicits cheers for them. Let's hear it.
Yeah, bro, you're a machine.
No. You guys don't understand. Albert is dangerous.
Dangerous.
I'm trying to warn you. Albert is a super soldier who can tear this place apart with one move. So if he gets near one of you, every single one of you better get down.
Get down.
Oh boy. Yeah, this is so
it's
good.
Great. Everyone starts getting funky at the instruction to get down.
This is like a sort of textbook example of the force of personality. Like here we have the sort of popular jock boy who's like just shouting the same thing, but everyone likes it better when he says it.
Yeah.
It's like, get down. I've thought long and hard about it, and I think this is the point in the movie where it would be funniest if Albert malfunctioned and killed everyone.
Like his arms turned into swords and he started spinning through the crowd, decapitating every child.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yes. Bart comes up to Jaden and has a bit of a chat with him. He tells Bart that he's dumped Nevaeh. He says, everyone expects us to be together. From now on, I'm going to stop worrying about what everyone else thinks. Albert's got it all figured out. He saw how special Mae is, and he asked her to the dance. I wanted to ask her. I just didn't have the guts. Anyway, see you around, Brad, he says to Bart, and Bart's like, not my name, also random.
Gabby's eyes go wide, realising that, oh my gosh, she in fact was wrong about Jaden, because he did in fact like Mae all along. Up on stage, Mae is just stood there. Mm-hmm. I guess it's tradition for the homecoming queen to stand stock still while everyone dances.
Still while everyone dances and has a nice time. She gets sort of preserved in bulletproof lucite, and we can all appreciate her wonders.
She looks in the mirror on stage and is sad. She looks out at the crowd and is sad. Albert waves with robotic enthusiasm from the crowd, but she is sad.
On stage, the principal is doing the dance where you sort of thrust your hips and like rotate your fists in front of you, like Baby No Money.
Yeah.
So at least someone's having a nice time.
Mae is sad. So Gabby can't believe that she was so wrong. Jaden liked Mae the whole time. Mae storms past Gabby out into some kind of theme cafe that they've set up.
A very thinly attended Parisian street cafe area. Also, Gabby's dress has sequined equations all over it, which is quite nice.
Okay, that's a nice touch. Gabby finds Mae and apologises. They've been friends forever. It was always the two of them, she says. It was enough for her, but not for you. Gabby admits that she was holding Mae back. She was worried about losing her best friend, maybe her only friend. We were a good team, says Mae, smiling. Past tense, you'll notice. If this is what makes you happy, says Gabby, I want it for you, whether I'm part of it or not. And they embrace. Then the principal announces that it's time for the moonlit dance.
The general is excited about this on his radio. He's like, as soon as he macks with the girl, and then looks over to her father and says, I mean, kisses the nice young lady. We will get our super soldier back.
Yeah.
Music, he says, and then on stage, 4 magicians start doing a Boys to Men song.
Yeah, well, they're like a 4-piece quartet from the army doing Boys to Men.
Right. Why are they dressed as magicians?
Because it's French.
Okay.
One of those French magicians.
French magicians.
Yeah. Le magicien.
These magicians are French.
Yeah. Lights, says the general, and then an army mime shines a floodlight on...
Shines a military spotlight on Mae.
On Albert and Mae. Breeze, says the general, and Jenks starts to operate a wind machine.
An experimental wind machine.
Yeah, a wind weapon designed for sinking boats.
Kind of non-lethal suppression.
Yeah. Roses... roses are sort of blown in the breeze as well. Moon! Disguised operatives deploy a big glittering moon. In slow-mo, Mae steps up to Albert and they slow dance. She leans her head on his chest.
I'm wondering what the school's moonlight dance was going to be.
Yeah.
Before the military brought all these props along. They didn't have a moon. They didn't have a light. They didn't have a wind machine. This is all military equipment.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it was just going to be like a silent dance.
The principal just doing the
dance silently with the lights on.
Yeah.
We get a shot of Jenks up on a balcony with the wind machine. She sees the principal and fancies him.
She sees his hip thrusting, arm rotating dance and falls instantly and deeply in love.
Distracted by her lust for this odd elderly man, Jenks swings the wind machine roughly and it blows Gabby, who notices...
He's like 70.
Yeah. Jenks is a young woman. The wind blows Gabby, who notices that there's wind, and she looks up at the wind and goes, uh-oh, army's here. They're going to try and take Albert back. We have to warn Mae. So Mae is dancing.
Mae looks around the room in slow motion. Her face falls. She looks to Jaden in the crowd. She leans into Albert's pitiless robot jaws for a kiss. But wait, I can't, she says. She can't, says the general in his military van.
Yeah.
What's wrong, asks Albert. The lights, the moon, you, everything is just like I imagined, but it doesn't feel like I thought it would, says Mae. I made you up because I was hurt. I wasn't brave enough to know that if Jaden didn't like me for me, that's his problem. Yeah. I only get one first kiss. I don't want it to be with the Terminator.
She says, I don't know when it's going to happen. It probably won't be perfect, but I know now that I want it to be real. And at this point, if there was any justice, we would see Albert's heads-up display flash red with mission failed, and then he would start
mission
killing.
Failed.
Yeah.
No, what instead happens is extremely funny.
Yeah.
Albert is like, you're doing something I never could do. You're changing and it's beautiful.
He leans in close. Don't worry, he murmurs, but look up. Mae looks up and sees the army. You knew the army was coming and you showed up anyway, says Mae. I had a mission, says Albert, to make this the best night of your life, and now my work is done. No, it isn't. His mission was exceptionally clear.
Yeah.
The perfect kiss at homecoming.
The perfect kiss.
He hasn't
Not
done
happened. Hasn't done it. It's also not been the best night of her life. In fact, it's been pretty traumatic. He says, "Look into my eyes and say it." And Mae looks deeply into his eyes and whispers, "Initiate self-destruct."
Albert's like, "This is what I want. Grant me death that I may no longer be a tool for slaughter."
And then he starts like emitting a sort of radioactive blue mist into her face.
So immediately after this self-destruct, he says goodbye, Mae, and then he's like, and then like blue stuff starts to swirl in the air. Static is in the air. All the lights are exploding. Everyone starts running and screaming. Albert turns towards Mae with his usual chipper smile, except now he's glowing white hot, like he's melting down. Nevaeh like hits the deck. She's scrambling on the floor. She finds the crown. She's like, mine. Everyone like runs and ducks for cover. Crouched behind a table, Mae and Gabby watch as X-17 detonates. He explodes through the ceiling like a rocket. It looks like nothing so much as when the genie from Aladdin vanishes. You know, at the end he's like, we're out of here. Like that.
It's a rocket launch. He launches, blasts a hole through the ceiling and sort of disappears into the sky like Team Rocket.
Yeah, having irradiated everyone in the room. I think it's hilarious that Albert didn't tell Mae that when he self-destructs, it's going to be an enormous explosion.
Yeah, and everyone is going to inhale quite a lot of bright blue radioactive vapor.
Yeah. It's so good.
So everyone looks through the roof in wonder.
Yeah.
And then Bart, quickly doing some damage control, says, "Let's give a round of applause for Principal Fragner for the awesome special effects." And the prom just restarts as if nothing has happened.
Yeah, Fragner, who has just seen a boy explode at his homecoming, just goes along with it. It's like, yeah, good effects, right? A boy exploded, Principal.
Yeah,
fine.
As the skin sort of starts to slough off his skull.
Yeah,
from the radioactive exposure.
Oh no, come on, Andy. They've got 4 years probably.
Oh, before the diseases take hold.
Yeah. So everyone starts to dance. Jaden approaches Mae. He points up at the line of smoke, the contrail pointing into the sky that is all that's left of Albert, the better boy.
Yeah.
See that line of smoke, says Jaden? It's a perfect logarithmic curve. I've been meaning to tell you, Mae, I'm actually pretty good at math.
I guess I just really likes my tutor. Want to go dance with me? Maybe later, she says. He smiles and leaves. Jaden likes you, says Gabby. But no boy is more important than our friendship, says Mae, and they hug.
Gabby! Yells Bart.
Lol so randomly.
Lol so random. And then Gabby looks at Mae and says, "Hey, Mae, what if my boyfriend was related to you?" I thought you said boys were a distraction, says Mae. They are, says Gabby, but they're a pretty good one. And then she skips off happily to dance with Bart, the worst boy in the world.
Worst boy in the world.
Who began this romantic... Gabby's only here because Bart...
She was extorted
into being here by Bart sort of threatening to have her sent to jail, whatever.
Yeah, so Dad sees this happening and smiles benevolently. This is good, he seems to say.
Yeah.
She repeats the line from earlier. She says, "Hey, who ever heard of a girl who met a boy and changed the world? Mae, turns out it was you."
No, she didn't. Okay, right. Let's finish the film and then I want to come back to this because it's my biggest problem with this movie.
Okay, the dance continues. The camera tracks up through the ceiling. The northern lights are happening for some over Washington, D.C.
I think
the smoke trail.
I think the implication is that something so dramatic has happened to Earth's atmosphere, heat and explosion-wise.
Well, also the moon is about 10 times bigger than it should be. So I think they've sort of triggered a Majora's Mask type incident.
The gravitational pull of Albert's black hole self-destruct. Yeah, we see the trail of smoke over the horizon. It's weird. I was trying to figure out if this is supposed to be hinting that Albert maybe lived, but I don't think so.
No,
it just looks like the sort of trail that his body left when it burned up.
We never see his body. So you never know.
Yeah, I mean, there is that rule, isn't there, in a film, that unless you see the body, if you don't see the body, that's normally a clue that someone's going to live. But yeah, I mean, he looks very much like he exploded and it was self-destruct.
Yeah.
And Albert's like, I want to die now.
He was like, please let me die.
And then he does die.
Yeah.
I think it's just that they just didn't want to see his like head flying apart. So this was the sort of safest way to destroy him for real.
But then we get the end of the film, and there are sort of outtakes of the also random comedy stylings of Bart.
Yeah.
For way longer than is funny, and then it ends.
Yeah.
So,
it's just Bart improv that ended up on the cutting room floor, and it's all from the same.
Like, we can't leave this.
It's not even Bart.
It's too good.
It's not even Bart improv from throughout the film. It's all
it's just one scene where they just let him improv for like 10 minutes, and they're like, that's all going in the credits.
Oh man, it's so weak. Okay, we've been talking for a very long time, Andy, but I do briefly want to just sort of make clear my biggest problem with this film.
Okay,
and it's this final 30 minutes,
right?
Because Gabby just repeats this line at the end: "The story of a girl who met a boy and changed the world."
Mm-hmm.
But Mae hasn't changed the world at all.
She's changed the atmosphere of the world quite significantly, it looks like.
In this film, Mae is offered an adventure with world-changing consequences, but she is so laser-focused on homecoming and a perfect homecoming that the story basically never gets there. It never digs into Albert's world-changing potential. I think this film compares poorly with the Princess Protection Program, where
yes, that is the closest analogy I had in my head with the similar, like the prom ending and stuff.
But in the Princess Protection Program, through heeding the call to adventure, your plucky hero sort of does end up changing the world and stuff. But Mae really is just like all the time that Albert, every time it's hinted that Albert can do like geopolitical stuff, like she's just like, oh no, but I want to go to homecoming. Like, I feel like another version of this film, if you spun the big decom randomizer on this premise again, would have a final 30 minutes where they have to protect Albert from the military and get him to safety so that he can live peacefully, or like so that he can.
I'll tell you what I was expecting was for Albert to return to military programming and them to Princess Protection style have to like travel to South America to stop him assassinating like a president or something.
Yes, but like, you know, there should be and I feel like it's like E.T. or I don't know, maybe Short Circuit or something. Like, I feel like it's an established trope, right? When you have the thing that's a military thing that's got out, you're supposed to sort of defy the military and save it and rescue it. I'm not saying that like you have to, and obviously it is fun when films defy expectation, but Mae has so little agency in this film. She just
you're just making me imagine an ending of E.T. where E.T. is like, Elliot, kill me. And then Elliot just shoots E.T. in the head.
Well, no, E.T. says, Elliot, activate my self-destruct. And then E.T. glows with white hot intensity.
And just wetly explodes all over Elliot. Oh, man. I tell you what I thought about this film is that the whole time through, I was expecting this to adhere to the Hot Frosty structure where the robot will become a real boy at the end so that he can be boyfriend and girlfriend with Mae.
Yeah.
And I was like, how the hell are they going to do that? That seems like quite out of reach narratively from where they are now.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that. They had him sort of blast off into space, and the boy that she liked at the start comes back and is like, I like you now.
Yeah.
So that's a sort of decent resolution to that without the sort of troubling implications of her spending her life with a sex robot.
That's true, but I would say that there was a few middle ground options that I wish they had considered.
Explored.
For example, like releasing Albert into the wild but reprogrammed to do good so that he can live his life under the radar, building schools and like doing good and using his superpowers all across the world for good, and occasionally kind of, I don't know, sending flirty texts or something to Mae, and she'd be like, you know, it was never meant to be with Albert, but he taught me some important lessons and he's out there doing good.
He's out there doing good, building schools in the Middle East.
But actually in this film, he's not
stuff.
out there, he's up there in fragments. Sort of burning up on re-entry.
It's just sort of poisoning the atmosphere. It's just coming down in the rain and getting into the water table.
Yeah, I am programmed to destroy Earth if ever.
Programmed to have the perfect kiss with Earth.
Okay, Andy, that was How to Build a Better Boy.
Yes.
A strange film.
An odd film.
An odd film.
That I still quite enjoyed for its ridiculous premise.
I quite liked it. I wish that it wasn't so, like, lol, so random, but it did deliver on being about a robot boy. And, my God, it compares so well to Pixel Perfect, which is the intensely problematic gender-swapped version of this story. Listen to our episode on that if you haven't already, if you want to feel uncomfortable. Andy, can I read you an email?
Yes, please.
This email comes in from someone who is definitely like all the other girls. That's how they've signed off. Hello, I just got done listening to the Starstruck episode and it pulled my brain back in time. I feel the shiver go down my spine when I think about how Starstruck affected me during the not like other girls era of my teens. I was the prime audience for this movie when it was released in 2010, as I was both a 14-year-old girl and from the Midwest. You can bet your ass I ate this shit up. Then this email continues. My uncle is a professional magician that works at the Magic Castle in Hollywood. 3 years after this movie came out, I went with my mum to visit family in California, and we had the opportunity to go to the castle during one of their young adult nights where kids 13 plus can go. During our time at the castle, who did I spy traversing the halls? Joe Jonas. My uncle is very disconnected from media and had no idea who he was. My mum told him, and he called the Joe Bro over to his table where he does close-up magic. So there I was, a 16-year-old girl from the Midwest sitting next to her favourite Jonas brother. And what did I do? I did not look at that man one time. He was my favourite Jonas brother at the time, and I stared straight ahead and pretended he didn't exist. Who's to say what made me do that? Probably a mix of my anxiety and the fact I was aware he had been being followed the entire evening by a gaggle of tweens, but I can't rule out the way this stupid movie and this rude-ass tween shaped my personality in that moment into a little gremlin voice saying, maybe if I act aloof, he'll notice me.
Oh my God.
He did not. He did not. Thankfully, I never got as bitchy as she does in the movie and avoided him giving me any head trauma. I also got a story out of it that involves too much exposition for too little payoff. Anyway, Starstruck. Sincerely, someone who is definitely like all the other girls. Thank you for that email. It was tremendous.
What an amazing email. Thank you so much.
And also, super relatable. I feel like every time I'm near a celebrity, I'm struck with this urge to just play it cool. And there's a part of me that is definitely thinking that this celebrity will be like, hey.
Whoa, this Luke's playing it pretty cool.
This Luke's playing it pretty cool. Normally people get all
dazzled or
nervous.
He's not wetting himself with fear.
No, this person's acting all like cool and unflustered.
I just snuck a look at his crotch and there wasn't a darkening stain spreading across the front of it. And yet here I am. And I'm on a quiz show on ITV.
Yeah, and I just took a look at his crotch and he's got 2 of them.
Some kind of better boy over here.
I love that email so much. It's very, very relatable and it's brilliant. What a moment. What a moment in time.
Amazing.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, okay.
Luke, you're probably wondering what movie we'll be doing next time.
I am wondering it so much. But before you tell me, Andy, I want people to know that you can get in touch with the podcast at momcan'tcookpod@gmail.com. Tell us what you thought of How to Build a Better Boy. Bring us your decom anecdotes and treasures.
If you've ever met a Jonas brother, tell us about that.
Yeah, tell us how it went.
Tell us how it was.
Tell us how that was. And we've got merch. You better believe we've got merch. Go to momcan'tcookstore.com or bonesforbowser.com and peruse it.
And also, extra bonus episodes on our Patreon at patreon.com/momcan'tcook. There's never been a better time to jump aboard. You've got hours and hours of back catalogue episodes of us recapping the Disney Channel original TV series So Weird that we both love and hate in equal measure.
Yeah, it's time, folks. It's time to hop aboard the Extra Helpings train. Choo-choo.
Yeah. And Luke, it's also time to hop aboard the Money Plane, because that's what we will be doing next time. 2020's Money Plane, directed by Andrew Lawrence, starring Adam Copeland, brackets The Wrestler Edge, Kelsey Grammer, Thomas Jane, Denise Richards, and the Lawrence brothers.
A stacked cast. But what is
who were
Money
all delighted
Plane
to be involved
about?
And were heavily involved for the whole time that they were there. I will now read you the description from IMDb.
Yes, please.
A professional thief with $40 million in debt and his family's life on the line must commit one final heist, rob a futuristic airborne casino filled with the world's most dangerous criminals.
Oh my God. I cannot wait for Money Plane.
Money Plane.
Yeah, it is of course not a decom, but it's a special exception because it was directed by a Lawrence brother and stars all the Lawrence brothers, DCOM royalty.
That's right. And we're going to be doing it live. So look forward to that. People who'll be there and people who won't be there, look forward to hearing it next time on Mum Can't Cook, a DCOM podcast.
I can't wait. Right. I've learned so much on this episode, Andy.
Good.
I really feel like I've been on a journey of personal growth and I'm ready to...
initiate self-destruct sequence.
Self-destruct Rio from Shenmue. And enter.
I will now go into the sky and explode. Thank you, Luke. I love you.
Yeah.
This gas coming off me is highly radioactive.
Oh.
Do not breathe any of it in.
Okay. Could have told me that first instead of guaranteeing that I was extremely close to your mouth, Rio.
Yes. Let me just... I need to vent a little more of the gas.
Okay. Make love to me quickly one more last time with supersonic speed and then you better be off into the sky. And there he goes.
Wow. It's beautiful in a way. A perfect parabolic arc.
Okay, Andy, all this talk of better boys has made me think that we should start experimenting to create our own sort of better people. What do you think?
What are you talking about, Luke? We've been doing that for months. We're ready to unleash the prototypes upon the world. Did you forget?
Yes, but I thought it was supposed to be a secret that we'd been working on this for months. I was trying to... I was trying to keep it on the DL.
Let me just open this cupboard and see what's it. Oh my goodness!
Whoa!
It's a whole load of experimental test subjects. Who have we got here? It's Megan Tors, Smash Savannah Burger Boys and Girl, Will Thomas, Snowy Owl, Business Corgi, Sarah Mattox, Rymadama, and Courtney Rail. They're all part of the experimental batch that has egg whisks for hands that allows them to whip up an omelette at any notice, and also in a pinch you could probably use that to sort of whisk an enemy's face on a mission.
Yeah, just jam that in the eye socket, whisk yourself up a brain smoothie.
Yeah.
And who's piling out of the cupboard after them? White Zora, Stingray, Elizabeth, Z-Man, Security James, Paul Stevens, Adam Steele, Philip Stevens, and Danny Bowyer. They are the batch who have an experimental face that turns into that of a wolf.
Whoa.
In case they see a sexy person. And they want, if they see a sexy person or a sexy wolf or anything sexy, really, it can turn into, it will elastically stretch into the face of a wolf and go, awooga. So everyone knows. Everyone knows when they're aroused.
Yeah, good stuff. Who have we got in here? Oh, it's Jeebus Piers Jones, Shane Entee, Charlie Sexton, Chase Baker, Hef, Tilly Everoa, Louise Lola, and Quinn is teething. This batch, I've given all of them 3 of them.
Oh.
Yeah. The enemy will be confused because they'll go, I found both of them. You'll be like, oh, there's another one.
There's another one. You'll never guess where.
Yeah.
Surya Tez, Lord of the Salt Doctrine, Tim Craven, Autumn Holloway, Paul Murphy 85, Simon Gamsel, Keith Hall, and Michael Olsen. They're the experimental subjects with edible arms. In an emergency, you can just sort of take a big chunk of these forearms, these elbows, these wrists, and these fingers. So excellent if you're going on a hike. Just do watch out around dogs. They will smell them. It smells so good. It's made of dog food. It's compacted dog food. So
compacted, like a kebab of dog food.
Yeah,
sort of. Yeah. Just a brick of meat. That's good stuff. Well, along similar lines, we have Ash, Will Poretsky, Andy Meany, $50 on the Alligator, Slamskull 16, Jambo number 5, Clint Hannah Lopez, and Cropolio. These ones all have the ability to eat any plant and gain nutrition from it.
Whoa, that's too powerful.
Actually, that's kind of a rubbish.
It's too powerful.
No,
Shut them down now.
Incinerate this batch.
Oh my god,
it's worthless.
They've made it out into the world.
Worthless power.
The world is never going to be the same now. But here is Duchess, E.T., Tony B, Danny Cap, Yotam Funklara, Cara Dennison, Brandon Plesh, and Ben from Finance. They resemble in every manner like a normal person, but they possess an ape heart.
Oh, okay.
So that they can understand peace and not war like a human.
Like a human would.
Only with the big warm heart of an ape beating in their chest can they find it in themselves to deny their human instincts to war. Go forth, you peaceful robots.
Good. Yeah, there they go. Off they swing. Chris Pryor, Michael Saul, Jack Fabian, Clarky the Bearded Coach Driver, Hypermole, Danny Ward, Daniel Rogers, and Liz L. This batch will self-destruct whenever you say anything anything to them. You don't have to say initiate self-destruct sequence, because that was sort of
slowing things down. Yeah.
People would forget the phrase, and they would get the words slightly wrong. So we decided to they self-destruct if you say anything to them at all.
Yeah, that's more efficient. Well
It's
done.
more efficient, yeah.
Well done, Andy.
Yeah,
you
good
found an efficiency there. Hannah Kirchner, Andrew the Osteogent, Moist Drippings, Christoph Who Needs to Sleep the Monk, Homemade Mask, and Adam Snig all emit a pleasing fragrance, about 20 times per hour. It just comes out as a sort of fine, almost undetectable mist, and it comes out of the middle of the eyes. Sort of whoosh, like that. It does come out at 100 degrees, so don't be too close to the face when it comes out.
You can use that to sort of steam clean plates and things.
Yeah.
Useful. A better boy.
Boy.
Paul Stokes, Morven Butterworth, Matt S, Alan St George, Seish, Nurse Jake, and Limited Patience (Kiz). They've all got the ability to transform into an F-16 fighter jet.
Whoa.
But not transform back. We are still working on that. So I reckon we're, halfway there's as good as done, I say. Out you go.
I reckon. Yeah, the best of Rue left hours ago, Cole Mastro, Now This Is Podcasting, John Sharplin, Blake, Prince Reynard, Ethan Pearson, and Angel Beat. I've got 4 words to describe these prototypes. Rollerblade legs.
Whoa.
That's right. The entire leg is a rollerblade.
Okay.
Yeah, so they sort of kneel.
So what, they're about 4 foot tall? Or is it a big rollerblade? I don't know why I'm asking. I'm looking at them right now. I can see.
Yeah. So it's like a normal length leg, but all along the sort of sides of it, it's wheels, like sort of 60 wheels.
Right.
Yeah. So that you could kind of like do a knee slide. Slide along.
You don't need me to tell you the practical applications of that.
They are
brilliant. Yeah,
they are many.
And here come the final batch. It's Jedi Master Riki Stinko, Book Monster, Jonathan 420, Mike Kavanagh, Julian Rundlet, Andrea Pallas, Anna Petahova, and Crescentia Che. I have turned off their jump limiters.
Oh,
so
shoot!
They can just jump indefinitely. So let's give it a. Oh, there they go.
There they go.
And they've left the Earth's atmosphere. Okay, they're tumbling frozen through endless space.
All right.
Okay, maybe we need a little bit of a jump limiter on
Soon
these.
to be thawed out by aliens who will say, wow, there are some really better boys on that planet. Yeah. Let's not invade after all.
All right, well, I think we're getting somewhere, with all these better boys. Back to the lab, I say.
Yep, cook up another batch of those plant-eating ones.
No, I think I'm going to burn the research.